Uh-oh. We back. Let's get it. It's your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we present another episode of the TKO debate series. Who's the pound for pound number one fighter in the world? I feel like both fighters got good arguments, so you know, our competitors tonight got a tall task to try to convince the judges why they guys number one pound for pound in the world. Is it Terrence Bud Crawford? That's what the fight doctors say. Is it Alexander Usyk? That's what Dub Rightside say. My brother Q, the guy from Lost Art of Boxing, will be judging the debate. My brother Get This Smoke will be judging the debate. And of course, your boy, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, will be moderating and judging the debate. I'm pulling the double shift tonight, bro. So if you can't donate to the channel, you know, with that CashApp that I just displayed on the screen next to that outstanding prediction record, CashApp, $ Knockout Boxing 86. If you can't donate to that, if you can't hit the super chat, that's cool, no issues. Hit my like button, because I'm working double duty today, man. Don't forget, tomorrow, we got another debate. Coach from Glove Up Boxing and More versus Jay Chestnut. Will Jay Chestnut win the debate and then call out a new opponent? Will Coach keep his undefeated record going? Find that out tomorrow. But tonight, we got to find out, will Dub Rightside get his first victory in the arena? Will the fight doctor put the entire TKO debate series on notice? I don't know. I can't wait to hear him talk that shit today, man. I already got the fight doctor in the building backstage. He ready. He ready. He waiting. And he already winning me over because I see a star on his avatar. Y'all know we mess with the Cowboys. He ain't got a Cowboy star. It's just a regular star. But anytime I see a star, I think Cowboys, bro. And that's he already shit. He might get all 3 rounds from me, Dub. I don't know, Dub. He might get all 3 rounds from me, bro. What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Hold up. They can't see you, Knockout. They can't see you. Let me take a sip of this water I got over here. It's nice and cold, too. Damn, that's good. Let's get the camera right. Let's get the camera right. There it is. What's good with y'all, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. We'll be getting the debate started in the next 15 to 20 minutes. I'm just waiting on my people to roll in. Dub Rightside had to put his son to bed, and then he'll be right here. We already got the fight doctor backstage warming up, getting ready to go. It's about to be lit. Let's see who we got in the building so far, and then we'll talk just a little bit of boxing. We'll explain the rules of the debate, and we'll get it going. Let me send messages to my judges, see where they at, see what's going on. They both will be in the building. Smoke, if you're in here, let me know. Lost Art of Boxing, if you're in here, let me know if you need me to drop the damn link. Let me see. Oh, there goes Smoke. Smoke is in the building. There goes Smoke. Smoke is in the building. Smoke, I'll be dropping the link in a little bit, bro. I'm gonna go through the roll call, and then I'm waiting on Rightside to get in the building. He putting his son to bed, and he'll be right here. And then I'm waiting on Q the God. Waiting on the Lost Art of Boxing. Q, if you're in the building, let me know, bro. I'm texting Q right now, bro. I'm texting Q right now. Let's see here. All right, there we go. All right, let's see who we got in the building so far, man. And y'all give likes up, man. I got 42 people in here so far, 27 likes. I need the likes to be matching the number of people that we got in the building. Let's see who we got. We got Daryl DeLoach up in this thing. What's up, Daryl? Salute to you, bro. Courtney Thompson's up in here. What's up, Courtney? Ray Patterson in the building. D Free, my brother, boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman in the building. G Parker up in this thing. What's good, G Parker? Thrill Hill in the building. Sheena's in here. I Karma 123. What's up? What's good with it? I Karma. Not Me is in the building. Who else we got? William Old School in the building. What's good with you? My brother, everything boxing. Y'all go shout out. Y'all go sub to my brother ETB in the building. What's good, bro? Appreciate you. All right, Q just text back, said he'd be here in 3 minutes. So I got my 2 judges already on their way, and then I'm just waiting on my brother Rightside to enter, and then we will get this shit on the road. We got Josh Sanders in the building. What's good with you, Josh? We got Young World in the building. What's good? Light Skin Business in the building. What's up, bro? What's good with you, my beautiful wife? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wife. What's good with you, baby? Shout out to Miss Knockout. Detroit BC in the building. What's good with you? Who else we got? I Be Who I Be in the building. What's up with you, man? Cassandra in the building. Let me see here. Who else we got? We got Don Shotta in the building. What's up, Don Shotta? Salute to you. We got Teach in the building. What's up, Teach? Shout out to Teach up in this thing. Appreciate you coming through. King Styles Productions in the building. What's up with it, King Styles? Get the Smoke, as I said, we'll be judging tonight. Shout out to Get the Smoke. What's up, good brother? Appreciate you coming through. Uh-oh, it jumped on me. Rick Tim's in the building. What's up with it, Rick? Shout out to you, Rick. Don Shotta, that's a question that you got to go over there and ask him. Maybe he mad because he got cooked when he was over here. I don't know. I don't care. But I cooked another one of his partners yesterday. Some in the building know, some don't know. But it is what it is, bro. People just mad because they can't mess with your boy Knockout. But you got to go over there and ask them that. We don't participate in that type of energy. I'm not hard to find if anybody wants any type of smoke whatsoever. Everybody know that, bro. General Long, what's up with it, bro? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Charles Granger, Hoop Sessions in the building. What up, Charles? Appreciate you coming through, man. Nunu, what's up with it, Nunu? What's up with it, Nunu? Hey, man. Hey, I got somebody ready to rock with your boy today. I got somebody ready to rock with your boy. I got the pound for pound debate, Nunu. Hopefully your boy Fight Doctor can pull it out for you. Because Terrence Crawford taking a lot of L's over here, man. He taking a lot of L's over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Taking a lot of L's over here. So hopefully he can win this pound for pound debate. Because my brother Fight Doctor say he coming with it, bro. He hit me up on the email and he said he wanted to debate, he want to judge. And so we bringing him to the stage and we gonna see what the Fight Doctor got, Nunu. I hope he can get your boy right, man, because he taking a lot of L's around these parts, man. Kirk McCall, what's up with it, bro? Salute to you. Box fans, what's good? C Coolidge up in this thing. What up, C? What up, C Coolidge? Salute to you. 59 people, 36 likes. That's 23 people that's hating on me right now. Maybe y'all just forgot, so I'm just gonna remind you. Please hit my like button. I need you to do that. Let me see it. TZ Frank, what's good with you, brother? What's popping with you? Manny, what's good? I'm on break in the restroom. Yeah, man, you might need to be in the restroom for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, because we about to get it in on this debate. That's me. What up? The only Montana Love fan I know, bro. That's me, is the only Montana Love fan that I've met on these YouTube streets, bro. Real shit. Top Dog, what's good with you, bro? Shout out to Top Dog in the building. Nunu over here laughing and shit. Yeah, man. Yeah. You more than welcome. Oh, yeah. This link is for DP. While we waiting on a couple of people, DP owe me my push-up. And, Coach, I know you said you at work, but I need my 50, bro. I need my 50. That link is for DP, Rocky, and Smoke. If you want to go ahead and hit it, since you judging, you can hit it too. I'm going to start having people come up in a minute. Let me see who else we got. Glove Up Boxing, Coach OG in the building. As I said, he's in here, and he owes me push-ups. I got Q the God in the background already. Smoke is in the chat. Smoke about to hop up here, and then I'm just waiting on Rightside. In the meantime, I got my brother DP Rocker. DP, what up?
KO, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, good brother. How you doing?
How you doing, bro? I just had to pop off the lip. I'm gonna go ahead and bust your shit out, man. Hey, salute, man. Well played game, dog. I'm
on my word. I'm about to knock this out. I'm just glad y'all didn't get y'all offensive line fixed before y'all played us. Because once y'all get it fixed, y'all gonna be a problem. Yeah. But I appreciate you being a man of y'all word. For those of y'all that don't know, why DP is hitting those push-ups, he's a Bengals fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, and we got the W. You understand what I'm saying? We did what we did, and we did how we had to do.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. I'm watching. Teach says, first part of this show, push-ups, you might have to dedicate the whole show to push-ups. Yeah, because my Cowboy going to win Super Bowl, bro. Cowboy going to win Super Bowl. There you go. Look at him. See, he in shape. Yeah, easy work. Easy work. And it's no one loses. I get to win a bet. You know what I'm saying? My brother DP get in great shape. You know, everybody's winning, bro. Everybody's getting there. Rock bottom 8654. What's good? My beautiful daughter in the building. What's up? Jada in the building. I see you, Q. I see you, Q. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Nobody care about the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. Q back here talking shit in the private chat and shit, y'all. Talking about IDP. That's 40. How many did we bet?
Oh, you 60 more.
Yeah. 40 straight. 40 straight. You know what I'm saying? Rick say LMAO, the Cowgirls only going to the Super Bowl on PlayStation, KO. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, you Houston, Texas, brother. Y'all lost y'all best player, okay? He was in them massage parlors and shit, doing all kind of weird stuff. So it's not my fault that your player couldn't get his shit together, man. It's not my fault. Don't be mad at me because y'all ain't got a quarterback no more. Mr. Shelton, you don't even have a team, bro. You're from Mississippi. If you don't have a team, you can't talk noise to me, bro. Okay? If you ain't got no team, don't come over here talking noise. What's your team? Ole Miss? Huh, Mr. Shelton? You a Mississippi State fan, my brother? You going for Jackson State? You understand what I'm saying? Don't come over here talking if you ain't got no team. You got to see, you talking about Niners Nation and shit. Because I got some time while I'm waiting on my brothers to get in here. You talking about Niners Nation and shit, Mr. Shelton. Okay, San Francisco 49ers Nation. If I dropped your ass off in San Francisco, you wouldn't even know how to get home. How you a San Francisco 49ers fan and you don't even know your way around the city? You the fan of a team and you ain't never been to their city, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit you talking, man. Niners Nation. Whatever, bro. Whatever. How about you visit San Francisco, right? You all good, Q. All good, Q. Take your time. How about you visit San Francisco and then come holler at me, Mr. Shelton? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. See, not me talking. I'm probably the only one in the chat who doesn't like football. You definitely probably are. You probably are, but that's okay. You like what you like. You like boxing, and that's what this is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ricky the Mud Dogs. Goddamn Mud Dogs and shit, man. I don't know what they talking about. You mad because the Cowboys ain't shit. Yeah, all right. What's y'all record? Don't y'all got the same record as us, Mr. Shelton? And y'all already back on Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. All right, good luck with that. Cooper Rush has a better win percentage than Jimmy Garoppolo. Huh? Cooper Rush is undefeated as a starter, bro. Jimmy Garoppolo was so bad and so horrible, you know what I'm saying? He was so bad that they let a damn rookie who ain't never played before start over his ass. But you trying to talk to me about the San Francisco 49ers. And don't be telling people my business, talking about I got my education in Mississippi. Okay, that's a fact. And what? I used y'all for y'all education and came back home. Because y'all ain't got nothing out there, bro. You got one club. Everybody go to the same club. You see the same people. You know what I'm saying? Anybody trying to hear that? You know what I'm saying? All right, West, what up? Dr. Mark in the building. Flawless Mentality. What's good?
KO, you know I love the knockout workout program, but I ain't going to do this shit no more.
Hey, man, stop betting against me, bro. Stop betting against me. But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Shout out to you, dog. Pleasure, dog. I'm going to jump back in the chat.
All right. Smoke, hit the link, Smoke. Q, come back. Get your phone together. Let's get this party started. I'm ready, bro. He said, you hating now. No, I ain't hating, bro. I ain't hating. I had fun out there in Mississippi. I'm just talking shit, man. You get to attacking my Cowboys and shit. You know what I'm saying? I get antsy and shit, bro. It make me want all kind of smoking shit when people start talking about my Cowboys and shit, bro. Like, I'm ride or die. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't tell him nothing, Undre. Don't tell him nothing. D-Man Jr., what up? Undre, don't tell him nothing. They don't like them facts, bro. Cowboys are the most watched, the richest franchise, and the most talked about team in sports history. Y'all talking all that shit. I see Q in the building. All right, we just waiting on right side. I'm about to get the rules and shit Right side should be here in a minute. As I said, I already talked to him behind the scenes. He's just putting his son to bed real quick. Then we're gonna get to the action. So everybody stay right where you at. But look, bro, let me tell y'all something. All y'all talking shit. You watch the Cowboys. You watch the Cowboys more than you watch your own team. When you look at your sports talk radio, right? When you look at your sports talk radio, or listen to it, you can't look at the radio. When you listen to sports talk radio and when you watch sports talk TV, your ass is always watching what the Cowboys got going on. Y'all know more about my team than you know about your own team. Ricky said all that money and still can't figure it out. Hey, Ricky, miss me with your facts. We're going to figure it out this year. And then somebody talking about the Commandos, the used to be Redskins. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Y'all gave up 40 points. Y'all gave up 40 points to the damn Lions, bro. Y'all gave up 40 points to the Lions, bro. But anyway, that's enough, bro. Let's talk about the rules. So we got the debate tonight. Let me get the questions going. I'm going to explain to everybody what the questions are, what each person is arguing, so we don't have any discrepancies and everybody's on the same page. Give me 1 second. Let me go to them because I took notes and got them written down. You know what I'm saying? Give me one, or typed up. Got them typed up. Let's see here. Questions for Fight Doctor and Right Side. Where they at? Okay, here they go. All right. So again, we having a pound for pound debate. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Alexander Usyk, right? Question 1 is this question right here. This is question 1 that they will be debating. If the fighters were the same weight class, who would win the fight and why? So if you put Terrence Crawford and you put Alexander Usyk and they the same size, who gonna win that fight and why they gonna win it? That's question number 1 that they will be debating. Question number 2 is a resume question. Question number 2 is a resume question that both people will have an opportunity to answer. And that resume question is as follows. Very simple. Who has fought the better opposition? So they will try to go break down these fighters' resumes. They will try to break down the competition that they fought and try to argue why their fighter has fought the better level of opposition. Last but not least, the overall theme of the debate is very, very simple. They're going to try to make an argument to you guys. They're going to try to make an argument to me and the other 2 judges. And they're going to explain why their guy is the pound for pound number 1 fighter over the other guy. Now, this is a direct competition between Usyk and Terrence Bud Crawford is how we doing that. And then we got the bonus round, obviously, that I haven't told the Fight Doctor about. I have not told Dub Rightside about. That will be decided by me, and that question will be asked at the end of the debate. That question is not judged, and that question is just for fun to end the debate on a light note. Now, a lot of you, this is not your first time here, but just in case some of you are new, I will explain the rules to you. Very simple. Each competitor will get 5. Each competitor will get 10 minutes in each round. Each competitor will get 10 minutes in each round with a 5-minute rebuttal. So, and then I will flip a coin to see who goes first, and then we will alternate from there. So, no cutting off while the other person is talking. I will keep time as the moderator. I will also be acting as a judge. This debate will be judged by me, Get the Smoke, and Q the God. We will, and again, Manny, to answer your question, the Fight Doctor is arguing on behalf of Terrence Bud Crawford. Dub Rightside is arguing on behalf of Alexander Usyk. The judges will be looking for your facts. They will be looking for the story that you tell. How do you tie all of your facts together to prove your point? And what is your rebuttal looking like? Can you directly go at what the other person is saying to try to prove your point? I'm going to have my judges come up here first so they can explain to you what they're looking at. This will be their time to plug their channel. Please do me a favor. All these great brothers are taking time out of their night to make great content for us. So the very least that we can do is subscribe to their channels. Everyone's channel is in the link of the description of this video. So be sure to sub up and check out the content that they got going on. So bring it to the stage first. I'm gonna bring up Get the Smoke, and I'm gonna bring up Q to God from the Lost Art of Boxing, the Lab. Fellas, how y'all doing tonight, man? What's popping with y'all?
What's good with it, bro? How you doing, man? I'm doing great.
Yes, sir. Smoke, how you doing, brother?
Oh man, wonderful. Thanks for asking. How you feeling today?
Man, good, bro. Ready to get this shit going, man, and see who can reign supreme tonight. So just real quick, man. You saw the topics for the debate. You know what the debate is about, Smoke. Just get an audience an idea of what you're looking at. Give the competitors an idea of what you're looking at, and kind of how they can sway your vote and win your vote in each round, man.
Well, yeah, I think what you said is perfect. Yeah, I'm looking for a story. I'm looking for the argument. And yeah, the best argument, the most persuasive argument, and one closer to the truth as I perceive it to be. Yeah, you're probably gonna get the W.
Already. Q the guy. What about you, man?
Man, I think we are looking for the same thing. Shit, I'm looking for the facts. I'm looking for how they roll out the debate and everything. They talking points. And yeah, man, I'm looking for a good one because this something I'm actually thinking about. Like, man, who number one? So I think this debate can actually decide who I might have pound for pound number one, depending on how they put it down.
That's big time. So you have an opportunity to sway the vote of a in the mind and the opinion of a true boxing enthusiast that really takes this shit serious. All right, let me bring up our first guest, the Fight Doctor. I see Dub Rightside in the building. He said he'll be backstage shortly. Fight Doctor, man, how you doing? Welcome to the stage, brother. If you're talking, I can't hear you, Fight Doctor. Fight Doctor, you there? I hear you playing with your mic a little bit, but I can't hear you, bro. You gotta get your mic together, Fight Doctor, so we can get your audio going, man, so we can get this thing started. Dub, there you go, right there, bro. There you go, right there. I'm gonna bring you off, and then you let me know once you get it together, Fight Doctor. Once you get your mic check and stuff together, bro. There go the link for you right there, right side. Right side, what up, bro?
What's up, family? How you feeling tonight?
Chilling, man. Ready to see what y'all bring to the table, man. What can the audience expect from you tonight, man? What type of performance you putting on, bro? What we got?
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm coming with the facts, man. That's I'm gonna stand on my facts, and damn it, hey, I'm gonna tell the story the way it happened. That's it.
Already. Let me see a Fight Doctor. Hey, Fight Doctor, you got your stuff together, bro? You might have to use another device or something, brother. Cause all I can hear is you.
How's my audio?
Oh, there he is. Fight Doctor, how you doing, bro?
Fight Doctor's in the house on Rick James status as always. My apologies, but the laptop I would normally use to do StreamYard, for whatever reason, I get an error message when I try to join the stream. So I'm on my phone, which is sort of like my fallback device. So my audio might be a little subprime tonight. So my apologies. But I'm dealing with some technical difficulties.
If this is how you sound the rest of the night, you good, Fight Doctor. You good, bro. I can hear you loud and clear. Everybody can hear you loud and clear, man. So you got any last words for your opponent or anything you want to say before we do the coin flip and get this thing started?
No, I'm looking forward to a good debate.
All right, cool. Let me share my screen real quick. We'll get the coin flip popping and we're gonna get this thing going, y'all. Everybody, go ahead and put some hand clap emojis in the chat for me, man. Go ahead and cheer on these competitors. Chat, you will have a vote, but again, the determining factor will be the judges. But y'all go ahead and get some hand clap emojis going. Get shit going, man. Let's get it popping for these brothers as they get ready to step on the stage and perform, man. So we got heads and tails. Who wants to call it in the air, man?
I'll call it.
All right, what you got?
Heads.
All right, here we go. It's flipping right now. It landed on tails. That means it's on right side. Right side. Who do you want to go first?
I'm gonna let my brother take off. Good luck to you, bro. Much love, and let's make it a good one.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me get my timer going real quick. Give me a second. All right, we got the timer. Boom. All right, you'll have 10 minutes, fight doctor. And the first question I have for you that you guys will be arguing, very, very simple question. Hypothetical fight question. If these two fighters were in the same weight class, we got Terrence Crawford and Alexander Usyk in the same weight class. They about to fight. Fight doctor, I need you to tell me and the judges in the chat who would win that fight and why they would win the fight, and you'll be arguing on behalf of Terrence Crawford. 10 minutes start as soon as you start talking, bro.
All right. Well, it's very simple, to be completely honest with you, is that Terrence Crawford brings something to the table that I feel Usyk has not yet seen in his career. Now, in terms of Usyk, if you go back and you look at, and I think there are two telling fights in Usyk's career that essentially lay the blueprint on how to beat Usyk, and that's the Breeders' fight and the Bellew fight. Now, especially in the Bellew fight, Bellew was actually up until the time of the stoppage. He was up on the scorecards where the scorecards were about even. But Bellew found a lot of success with the right hand. He was throwing it over the top, throwing it underneath. And, I just think that, and, Bellew pretty much was having his way. I just think that a guy like Terrence Crawford, who in my mind eclipses a guy like Tony Bellew, who is a fine boxer in his own right, but in terms of boxing IQ, in terms of overall boxing ability, Terrence Crawford eclipses Tony Bellew. I think Usyk has basically only shown one way to fight, which is that he's an ambush fighter. I don't think that he can fight off the back foot. I think that Tony Bellew showed clearly that the way that you beat Alexander Usyk is that you just wait until he's done with the ambush, and then you throw your combinations. You throw your right hand, and that's essentially what Bellew was doing all night, and was having his way with Usyk up until the time of the stoppage. And a guy like Terrence Crawford. Listen, Terrence Crawford has knocked out every single southpaw he has faced. I think that if he and Usyk were the same size, it would be no different. Crawford would knock him out. That's my argument.
Okay. All right, cool. That's the fight doctor's first round. All right, right side, your opening statement for the first round. I got 10 minutes on the clock for you. Timer starts as soon as you start talking. Floor is yours. Right side, you there?
My bad. I had both. I was double muted. My bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. The floor is yours. The timer starts as soon as you start talking, bro.
So first things first, man. So Usyk, the reason he would win this fight is because of his skill set. The skill set he brings to the table, which I will break down, and because of his activity rate over Bud. Man, it's a lot of different reasons that he win this fight, and it's something interesting that my brother said. The fight doctor, he said that he said that Bud stops Usyk, and we gonna put that notion to we're gonna get that notion out of here pretty quickly. But we'll get there in a second. First things first, man. So activity rate. If you look at Usyk, just going by the numbers, and boxing is one of those "what have you done for me now" sports, right? Everybody, and now we will go back later on in this debate. We'll go back and talk about the past to some degree, but it's usually what have you done for me now. I'm looking at your last few fights to really know what you're bringing to the table, right? And so when I look at Bud and Usyk's last few fights, last 4, 5, 6 fights, however many, man, one thing I noticed is Usyk's work rate, even with him being a heavier fighter right now, is much higher than Bud's, right? His work rate is. Okay, that's one thing. And so it may not be a huge difference, but it really is, because punches add up. Power punches, they all add up. You feel me? And so when you look at a fighter who is landing somewhere between 15 to 17 punches per round versus a fighter landing somewhere between 10 to 12 punches per round, which Usyk is landing the higher amount of punches, that begins to add up. So if Bud doesn't stop him, if it does get to a decision, Usyk wins the decision. Why? Because he's going to be the more active fighter. He's going to be the aggressor in the fight 9 times out of 10. As the esteemed brother just said, he called him an ambush fighter, which isn't quite true because we have seen Usyk fight off the back foot a few times. We have. But this is the thing. So power punches, when we look at just power shots, right? Usyk is landing about 10 power shots, 10 to 11 around, whereas Bud is landing 7 to 8 around. Jabs, right? Usyk is landing 5 jabs, Bud landing 4 jabs. But the difference is going to be this. How does Bud come out? A lot of people will tell me Bud is a switch hitter, right? Well, Bud is not a switch hitter. He's not. He's a southpaw, bro. He's a southpaw that wants to throw the illusion out there that he is a switch hitter. When shit go wrong for Bud, what does he do? He goes to the southpaw position. Why? Because that's his natural. That's what's natural for him, and it is effective a lot of times because he's fighting orthodox fighters, right? It gives him the advantage. Well, against Usyk, a southpaw, he's not going to have that advantage, and so when he ends up in that southpaw stance, and unless he sticks to the orthodox stance, which he'll lose even worse if he does stick to the orthodox stance. So I would think that he would go ahead and transition to that southpaw stance. The right hand is not going to be coming the way Tony Bellevue threw the right hand. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same thing. One thing Usyk will do is, if you notice, one thing he's really good at defensively, besides just the slips, keeping his head off the line, the footwork, the changing of angles that he brings to the table, the other thing that he does is he normally circles away from the power hand of his fighter. Okay, he moves to that opposite side, and he makes it hard for you to land your shots. And then when you do start to throw those shots, once again, his head is always off the line, which allows him to counter you, put you in bad positions, whether it's for the body work, whether it's coming up top, right? That's point one. The next, or not even point one, that's probably point two right now. So the next thing is the footwork that Usyk has shown in his recent fights, even moving up to heavyweight, right? Even moving up, it's still been fantastic footwork. One thing we've noticed about Bud, and I've been asking a lot of different people this question. As Bud has moved up, his movement has declined. It has declined. Now, I don't know if it's declining because of age. I don't know if it's declining because of weight. Not sure what it is, but he's not the fleetest of foot as he used to be. Now, if you want to talk to me when he was at 35, that's one thing. Even 40, I'll give you 40. That's another thing. But at 47, since he's been there, he's been not nearly as fleet of foot. His footwork has not been nearly what it used to be. So we see a decline there, whereas we don't see that decline with Usyk, regardless of what weight he is, regardless of how far he's moved up. It doesn't matter. And so in the footwork department, I'm going to have to give that to Usyk, right? Now, the intelligent lead hand that Usyk has is another issue for Bud. It's going to be another problem because what we're going to see is what Usyk likes to do. He will throw some of those pity pat shots. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when he's throwing that with the jab now, with his right hand, it'll be his right hand. When he's throwing those, he's also mixing in power jabs as well with it, right? He manipulates the guard with that hand. He blinds you with that hand, right? And then he sets up scoring shots by using that intelligent lead hand. A lot of times, he really breaks his opponents down strictly off of the right hand and manipulating their guard because they don't know what to do. He goes upstairs, he goes downstairs with it. He's all over the place. He has one of the most intelligent lead hands in the sport. Okay, we're going to keep going though. And this is the point that I definitely want to touch on. My brother, he said that Bud will stop Usyk. He's going to knock him out. He done knocked out all the other southpaws. He's going to stop Usyk, right? Well, it's very flawed thinking of you. Very flawed thinking. And I'm going to give you the reason why. One of the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division, Anthony Joshua, right? He was not able to stop Usyk. He wasn't able to stop him. He caught him with some good shots, but he could not stop him. He's a much bigger puncher. And he outweighed Usyk as well. He outweighed him, right? And so if Bud and Usyk are the same size, I'm willing to bet that Usyk has the better chin. And what I'm saying right here is not just that he has the better chin, damn it, he might stop Bud. That's really what might happen in that fight. Usyk has more ways to win the fight now. I just gave y'all a couple. He can, if it goes to the cards, right? He gonna outpoint him. Why? Because he's the more active fighter, right? He has the better defense, the better footwork, right? Then, once again, like I just said, he has the better chance of stopping him. We saw Bud being hurt by Gamboa. Hurt. They were at the same weight. We saw Kavaliauskas stumble Bud. Should have been a knockdown. They didn't call it. That's fine. But they were at the same weight. We saw Anthony Joshua, who was in what a lot of people would consider a knockout artist at the heavyweight division, outside of who? Joseph Parker, Andy Ruiz. Outside of those, I mean, damn, who he done stopped everybody else. He done stopped them. And so now you're gonna tell me that an individual who done been hit by one of the hardest punchers in the sport of boxing, he can't take Bud punches, they the same weight? Nah, you got it wrong, partner. You got it wrong. What's gonna happen is, if anything, damn it, Bud is gonna be the one who gets his ass knocked out, because he done been already tested by individuals his size. They done already tested his chin. Whereas you ain't never seen Usyk being hit by one of those.
You got 2 minutes left.
Being hit by one of the biggest punchers in the sport of boxing, knockout artist in the heavyweight division, outweighing him by damn near 20 to 30 pounds, and he wasn't able to stop him, but Bud is. You're going to have to come with a better argument than that, brother.
A lot of facts being dropped. By both parties. All right, the fight doctor, you got 5 minutes on your rebuttal. 5 minutes on your rebuttal. Timer starts as soon as you start talking. This will be your last words for this question on round one. You got 5 minutes to rebuttal everything you just heard from Dub Rightside.
There's some problems from my esteemed colleague. Triangle theories don't work in boxing. Just because Anthony Joshua was not able to stop Alexander Usyk doesn't mean Terence Crawford, if they were both the same weight, would not be able to. Listen, Joe Frazier is a harder puncher than Muhammad Ali. Joe Frazier wasn't able to knock out George Foreman. Muhammad Ali was. So these triangle theories, they don't work. No serious boxing fan would ever use a triangle theory to prove that point. Second thing, Derek Chisora, right? So now I'm looking at the scorecards for the Chisora fight. Derek Chisora, on 2 of the 3 cards, was able to get a 113, 115 score. That means Derek Chisora, old Derek Chisora, was able to win 5 rounds against Alexander Usyk. 5 rounds, right? So we have Tony Bellew, we have old Derek Chisora, and we have what's his name, Mario Bradis, who have already given us the blueprint on how to beat the ambush fighter in Alexander Usyk. Now we're talking about KOs. Fact of the matter is, and this is a fact, Terence Crawford has knocked out every single southpaw he has faced. This is a fact. Look it up on box. This is a fact according to BoxRec. Let me put it to you that way. So that figures into the equation. Now we're talking about KOs. Usyk's KO percentage is about 65%. That's out of 20 fights. And I think this figures into the pound for pound debate also, because you have Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford has a 75, 76, almost 77% KO ratio, but he's done it over almost twice the fights. He's got 38 fights. So you have a fighter in Terence Crawford who has been more dominant in terms of KOs and has done it over almost double the career. Now, here's a more interesting fact about Terence Crawford. As he goes up in weight, his KO percentage goes up. At 135 pounds, Bud Crawford, his KO percentage is 40%. At 140 pounds, his KO percentage is 77%. At 147 pounds, Bud Crawford's knockout ratio is 90%. He actually gets better in the knockout department as he goes through the weight classes. Usyk, on the other hand, has yet to knock out a heavyweight. This is only his 2nd weight class. Crawford, on the other hand, has gone through 3 weight classes, and as he goes up in weight, his KO percentage increases. So I think in terms of who would win, Well, I tell you what. In terms of who's the better fighter, pound for pound, I think there's no clue. There's no question that Crawford. He's done more over a longer period of time, and he does it looking better. In my view, southpaw switch hitter. Now, yes, Bud Crawford is a southpaw, but what is a switch hitter? A switch hitter is a guy who can fight in either stance. Bud Crawford is a southpaw who also happens to be a switch hitter. The two are not mutually exclusive. I can be a southpaw and switch hit. Mike Tyson, okay, a converted southpaw, was also a switch hitter, right? I mean, listen, just because you switch hit doesn't mean that you don't have a preferred stance. Yes, Bud Crawford is a southpaw, but he's also a switch hitter, as he has demonstrated time and time again, because he will come out and fight in an orthodox stance. And I believe that that's exactly how you define who is or who is not a switch hitter. Now, in terms of defense, look, we saw Anthony Joshua touch up Alexander Usyk.
1 minute. You got 1 minute.
So as far as the defensive question is concerned, I would say that they're probably close defensively, but in terms of overall boxing IQ, Crawford is well ahead of Usyk. And I don't think that. Listen, Joshua is nowhere nearly as skilled as a Bud Crawford. So the fact that Joshua was not able to land cleanly on Usyk says nothing about what Bud Crawford would do. Again, these triangle theories, they don't work in boxing.
Okay, good rebuttal. Good rebuttal from the Fight Doctor. Y'all smash the like button, get the likes up, go sub up to everybody up on this panel, man. They're doing great work. And they bringing it tonight, man. I'm loving what I'm hearing so far. This is a close round so far. We're gonna wrap up round one with right side's rebuttal. Right side, you got 5 minutes to do your rebuttal to everything you heard from the Fight Doctor. The timer starts as soon as you start talking.
So I want everybody to read the question one more time and realize that the question is if they were the same weight class, the same weight, right? So my brother, he just came up and he said that he brought up the Terrence Bud Crawford's KO percentage versus Usyk's, okay? And he made a fallacy in what he said by saying that Usyk has never stopped a heavyweight when he did stop Chaz Witherspoon, who is a heavyweight and who outweighed him by damn near 30 pounds. But that's okay. No problem with that. But this is the thing that I did have a problem with right here. He also brought up Chisora. And he said, damn, Chisora was able to get damn near on two of the judges. It was 115 to 113 on two of the judges' scorecards. Well, my brother did not bring up once again, and this is why this is not a fair debate for him. It's not a fair debate because once again, the man was outweighed by damn near 40 pounds. He was outweighed. Oh, my bad. 35 pounds. 35 pounds. We're going to say 35. He was outweighed by 35 pounds in the fight. But now we're going to say, oh, well, no, that does mean something because we're talking about these two fighting at the same weight class. He liked to bring up Bud's knockout percentage, right? Bud got a 76% knockout ratio. Well, if we keep it on a level playing field, right? If we keep them at the same weight, like the question says, if we do the same thing with Usyk has 4 heavyweight fights where he's been outweighed in each of them. And he still found a way to win those fights, including stopping Chaz Witherspoon. But if we keep it on a fair playing field and we say, damn it, okay, what did he do when he was at the same weight as anybody he was fighting? Well, then it's a different story. Because then the knockout percentage is 75%, 12 KOs in 16 fights. And that's why this debate is very important because weight matters. Weight does matter. And at the end of the day, what Usyk is showing you is that, damn it, I got the skills to pay the bills because I can go beat a motherfucker. Oh, excuse my language. I apologize. I can go beat a individual who outweighs me by, who gives a damn what they outweigh me by? Why? Because I got the skills to do it. And that's what we've been seeing from the brother, and that's what we're gonna continue to see from him. That's why when he said he wanted Fury, Fury he ain't trying to unify for undisputed. He want Anthony Joshua. So what Usyk say? Shit, I'll be at the Wilder fight. I'll be there. I'll make that happen. Man, come on, stop with the nonsense. Usyk is clearly pound for pound number one.
All right, man. Great first round from both competitors. Let me take the question down. I want to go to the judges. Again, this debate is judged by Get the Smoke, Q the God, and myself. I want to go to Get the Smoke first, and I'm gonna put the question in the chat too, so you guys can vote and let the people know who y'all thought won the first round. But Get the Smoke, it's on you, bro. Let everybody know who you had winning this first round and why you chose the competitor that you chose.
If you give me a second, that was I'm still tabulating. I'm still tabulating.
No worries. Q, we can go to you first. Q, you know who you got winning the round.
Yeah, I know who got. I got.
All right, go ahead and let the people know who you got winning the round, and then explain why.
Man, first off, that round was close as fuck. Like, I'm gonna get around to. I'm gonna get around to the fight doctor, bro. I'm gonna edge it because I felt like Rightside got him with the actually won the regular round where they spin their shit, but the rebuttal, I feel like the fight doctor won me over with his rebuttal. Pretty much talking about like Bud KO ratio from weight class to weight class. As far as like the skill, what it would take to beat Usyk, as far as like him being the ambush fighter and stuff like that. I do like the points that Rightside brought up as far as, you know, the skill and the punch output. I just feel like that as far as like measuring the fight on how they was both describing how the person would win, I felt like the fight doctor gave me the better description on the outcome of the fight if they would actually fight.
Okay, all right. So we got one vote for the fight doctor. Smoke, it's on you now. Who'd you have winning the round and why, man?
Wow, man. I am. This is a toughie. This is not easy at all.
That round was close as fuck.
Ain't no draws.
I'm gonna get. I know it. Oh man, activity versus strength of schedule. Man, that's a toughie. I'm having a problem, and you know what? I'm gonna go with fight doctor, but fuck, I can't even say that, man. Sorry, god damn. Yeah, I gotta go with it. I gotta go. I'm gonna stick with Rightside. I thought the fight doctor had a really concise point. I thought that he made some really great points about his southpaw. His rebuttal was great about telling us what a switch hitter is about. The points that Whiteside made that swayed me basically was his work rate, and his the question being about them being the same size, that KO percentage being much higher, and basically his efficacy he's had in fights. I'm gonna go by the slimmest, by the hairs in his chin. I'm going by my guy W. Right. I can't even say my guy because both of these dudes are my guy. I'm going with Dub Rightside on this one.
Gotcha. All right, so I got the deciding vote, man. Look, this was a close ass round. I'm explaining y'all why. For the fight doctor, he came out and he immediately talked about the trouble that Tony Bellew gave Alexander Usyk in that fight. I thought that was very, very good because everyone knows that no matter what you think of Bud Crawford, he's a better fighter than Tony Bellew. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got him pound for pound number one or not, he got way more skills and he's a way better fighter than Tony Bellew. So I thought that was a very smart play on his part. He also talked about how Usyk has really showed one way to fight in his opinion, that Usyk can't really fight off the back foot. And then he brought up a point of how Crawford KO'd every single southpaw that he ever faced. That was the main points that I got from his opening statement. I thought it was a little short. I think he could have said a lot more, but nonetheless, that was a good opening round from him. The Rightside took the opposite approach and just came in and he really oversaturated his opening statement in the first round and just dropped point after point after point, talking about Usyk's skill set. He brought up numbers with their work rate, even broke down jabs and power punches and how Usyk lands far more punches per round than Bud does. He talked about how Usyk's a very aggressive fighter, which that point though, I listened to it, but then I see how great Bud Crawford is using people's aggression against him. But then he talked about he did challenge Bud being a switch hitter. And again, watching all of Bud Crawford's fights, I thought that was good because lately here at welterweight, once Bud does change somewhere in the middle of the first round to southpaw, he doesn't change back. He talked about Usyk's ring IQ, how he's smart, how he circles away from people's power hands, how he switches levels very well. He also, the key point I really did like in the first round is he brought up in his opening statement, he brought up the difference between Bud Crawford's footwork and how he boxed at 35 and 40 and how he's boxing at 47. And then he equated it to Alexander Usyk's footwork, who is right now one of the best practitioners of angles and footworks that we have in the game of boxing. So I thought that was a very smart play on his part to talk about how Usyk feet could be a determining factor in the fight. And then he talked about Usyk's lead hand work, and we all saw how Bud, even though he got the stoppage and he shined and he did his thing on Kell Brook, he did have trouble with Kell Brook's lead hand. So talking about Usyk's lead hand, I thought was another good point by Dub Rightside. And then he compared their chins, which I thought was very smart. We ain't never really seen Usyk rocked, and Usyk been fighting dudes 30, 40 pounds heavier than him, while we've seen Bud rocked by somebody like Gamboa. We saw what Mean Machine did to him, so I thought that was a good play by him. And then he kind of tied a bow on it and wrapped it all up, talking about basically that Usyk's versatility, defense, footwork, and his activity rate would be the keys to his victory. Now, Fight Doctor came out in the rebuttal and did his thing right off the rip, because I think Rightside also in his first round made a point about how if Anthony Joshua can't hurt Alexander Usyk, then how in the hell is Bud Crawford gonna be able to hurt Alexander Usyk, because Anthony Joshua is a much bigger puncher than Terrence Crawford. Fight Doctor came out swinging in the rebuttal with an outstanding point. For my money, probably the best point in the round that I heard that just kind of perked my ears up a little bit. I don't know if y'all catch the playback. You'll see me like look up when he said this. He was like, triangle theories don't work. Joe Frazier punches harder than Muhammad Ali, but Joe Frazier wasn't able to stop George Foreman, while Muhammad Ali was able to stop George Foreman. So I was like, damn, that shit was cold. But then Chisora, he brought up the Chisora scorecards. He talked about how Crawford stopped every single southpaw that he faced. He talked again about how Crawford's KO percentage has risen in every single fight that he's fought against. And then he talked about how you can switch, how you can have a preferred stance as a switch hitter. And he talked about Crawford's ring IQ. And so I liked his rebuttal. I thought he had the strongest point in the rebuttal, but then I think Dub Rightside came back and he was like, look, bro, Usyk was fighting dudes 35 to 40 pounds. I need y'all to pay attention to the question if they were the same size. So he ain't never had no problem with nobody that's the same size as him. As a matter of fact, his KO ratio with guys the same size goes all the way up to 75%. And then he corrected the Fight Doctor when the Fight Doctor said that no one had ever stopped, that Usyk had no stoppages at heavyweight. But then Rightside had a great rebuttal on his own right, talking about how Usyk had stopped the heavyweight before. So I thought it was a very even round, very, very even round. I gave it to Rightside because I think the only thing that hurt the Fight Doctor, in my opinion, is the short opening round. To me, when you debating shit like who gonna win a fight, bro, the more points the better, the more angles the better. And I thought that, he turned up on his rebuttal and really went hard. But I just think that opening round, Dub Rightside just had too many different ways that he went. And then Fight Doctor, he just didn't give me enough for me to give him a round. The rebuttal made it even closer, but I think what saved Rightside at the end of that first round was when he came back with a pretty strong rebuttal. So I think that Fight Doctor had the stronger rebuttal, Rightside had a strong rebuttal, but I think Rightside had the stronger opening argument, and Fight Doctor opening argument just fell a little bit flat to me. So I'm giving the round the Rightside. Looks like the chat is giving the round the Rightside, although that doesn't count. But I'm giving it the Rightside, and we'll move on to round two. But chat, we need more votes. Y'all didn't participate, but please, maybe some of y'all just came in here. Please remember to vote on who you thought won the round. But yeah, I thought it was a great round. I'm looking forward to round two. So let's get to it. Round two, very simple resume question. And Rightside is gonna go first in this round because Fight Doctor went first in the last round. So Very simple question. Who has fought the better opposition? When you break down these fighters' resumes, when you look at the competition that they fought, who has fought the better opposition? Right side, it's on you. Go ahead and let us know who has the better opposition that they have faced.
Well, once again, Usyk, he has the better resume, possibly one of the best resumes, if not the best resume in boxing. And let's touch on it. We'll go ahead and start on it. First things first, Anthony Joshua, right? Anthony Joshua is bigger than any name on Bud's resume, by far. The unified champion, heavyweight champion. You go in and you beat this man twice in his backyard. For the first time in his backyard, the second time in Dubai. Still a neutral site. But that's the first thing, right? That's the first thing. And one of the patterns you're going to see with Bud versus Usyk, or should I say Usyk versus Bud, because Usyk's the one really doing it. Usyk goes and beats your ass in your backyard, bro. Wherever you from, wherever you at, he going to beat you there. You feel me? If you in Germany and you a champion, then he come to Germany to beat you in Germany. If you in Poland, he come to Poland to beat you in Poland. If you in Latvia, he coming to Latvia to beat your ass. It don't matter. That's the smoke that he about, and that's why that's one of the greatest things that makes his resume so spectacular. But we're gonna get to it in a second. You look at Sean Porter, right? Sean Porter, love him as a fighter, love him. But what do we know Sean Porter for? For not winning the biggest fights of his career. That's what we know Sean Porter for. You know who else we know that for? You know who else is that same type of fighter? Derek Chisora. Hey, wants to fight everybody, but loses the big fights. That's what happens. Now, the one difference is, Derek Chisora, he'll get his ass whooped, but he want to run it back with your ass, regardless. Whether it's Fury, Derek Chisora, out of all the heavyweights, he done damn near fought every heavyweight you can fight. Same thing with Sean Porter at the 47 division, bro. He fought everybody. But if you're going to tell me that Sean Porter is the best name on Bud resume, then we already know this is not a comparison. These two resumes do not even compare to each other. But we'll keep moving. Kell Brook. Yeah. Bud stopped Kell Brook. After Kell Brook had got his ass whooped by who? Triple G and goddamn EJ, Earl Spence. And he got both eyes broken in those fights. And even with that win, hell, if you go back and look, hell, in the 4 rounds, I believe it went, Kell Brooks, he was piecing goddamn Bud up, bro. He was piecing his ass up. Go look at Bud after the fight. Shit, lumped up and swollen and black and shit. Why? Because Kell Brook was getting to his ass, and Kell Brook's not a bad fighter. He ain't a bad fighter. But does Kell Brook, he compare to Breeders? Hell, not even close. Breeders, and once again, just if y'all don't know, outside of losing to Usyk, Breeders' only other loss is to Opalak. I hope I said the brother name right, the Australian. And up until this just recently happened earlier this year that he lost that fight. Up until that, when the belts got spread back out, he went and picked one back up. Why? Because that's the type of fighter he is. We're going to get to it, though. Mean Machine, Igor Kavalaskis. Igor Kavalaskis' best win is who? David Avanesian? That's his best win. Who has he beat? What made him such a name? And then when he did fight another star, Virgil Ortiz, got his ass knocked out, even quicker than Bud knocked him out. Amir Khan, same thing. Who did Amir Khan, one of the chinniest fighters we've seen in the sport of boxing. He had been knocked out he had been knocked out multiple times before Bud, and he got his ass knocked out after Bud. Jose Benavidez Jr. Oh, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good one if he hadn't been shot in the damn leg and limping around the fucking ring. It would have been a good one, though. It would have been a good one. Jeff Horn. There we go. Let's get to Jeff Horn. That's interesting. This is interesting for me. Jeff Horn, what do we know Jeff Horn for? For winning against Manny Pacquiao when the deck was stacked against Manny Pacquiao. Ain't no way Manny Pacquiao should have lost that fight. The majority of us know this, and we know that Jeff Horn, he's an okay fighter. He's okay, But this is my problem. This is my problem with the resume. Bud's resume could have been even better. Why? Because Bud was undisputed. Hold on. Excuse me. 1 second, fellas. 1 second. All right. Bud was undisputed. Okay.
Don't down the stream. Don't down the stream.
No, you good. Bud was undisputed at what? At 40, right? He was undisputed there. And so when he went undisputed, of course, he went in, he fought, and he beat Indongo. And where did he beat Indongo? In Nebraska. In Nebraska, at home. Where did he beat Jose Benavidez? At home. You tell me when Usyk is taking home fights. Nah, he ain't doing that. He coming to see you where you at, because that's the type of time he on. You feel me? But we'll continue. We'll continue real quick down Bud resume. Then we got to go over the Usyk resume as well. Julius Indongo. Julius Indongo, I mean, he was a unified champion at 40. He was a unified champion. But then he also got his ass knocked out by Regis, by some dude that you ain't never heard of, another dude you ain't never heard of, some dude named Chris Jick. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, Indongo wasn't that guy. He just was in the right place at the right time to grab some belts. You know what I'm saying? The other thing when you talk about resume, vacant titles. How many vacant titles has Usyk went and got? You never seen him go get a vacant title. Why? Because he go and fight for his titles. He go and fight for him. Has Bud ever went and got a vacant title? Of course he has. He's Thomas DeLore, man. Okay? And so at the end of the day, man, the resumes, what you gonna give me your Jokic Gamboa? You gonna give me the best opportunity you have to give me a fighter is Victor Postol. At least Victor Postol was undefeated 28-0 when they fought, right? 28-0. Now the problem is those 28 fights before Bud Crawford, you damn near don't know who they are. Ain't nobody of any type of relevance to give him any type of credibility outside of Hank Lundy, outside of him on Victor Postol's resume. So just because he done won 28 fights but ain't fought nobody, that makes him special? No, that don't make him special. Now let's talk about Usyk, man. Let's talk about Usyk, because Usyk did something really special. How did Usyk become undisputed, right? How?
You got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Damn, my God. Okay. How did he become undisputed? Because he fought in what is known as the World Series, or the World Boxing Series. The World Boxing Super Series, excuse me. What does the World Boxing Super Series do? They go find the best of the best. You got to be top 15 in each division, in each section of the body to be a part of it. Who did he end up fighting? He fought Breedis then. He fought I always fuck his name up. Gassev, whatever his name is. But at the time, he was a unified champion. Only loss he had, you know what I'm saying, was to Usyk. Once again, Breedis only lost right now, and all these fights, they were in these people's hometown, their home countries. I mean, the resume, it doesn't even make sense when we look at it. Once again, for him to win a championship, he went and got the WBO Cruiser off of Galwaki. These Eastern European names always screw me up, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy from Poland, man. And he was an undefeated fighter at the time. If you look at undefeated fighters with no L's and no draws, right? And you look at their resume, and you look at Bud being undefeated fighters with no L's and no draws, and Usyk being undefeated fighters with no L's and no draws. 20% of Usyk's resume is undefeated fighters with no L's and no draws. 15% of Bud's resume is that. Also, when we talk about resume, Usyk is the one who has 7 titles. Bud ain't got 7 titles. Bud got 6. And then has only been unified, or he was never unified in any other division. Usyk has been undisputed and unified and in the cruiserweight and now in the 50 division. At the end of the day, the resumes don't compare, but it's so much that I want to keep going through. But man, Bud's resume doesn't come close to Usyk's resume. It's not. I mean, it's asinine to talk about.
Already. All right, round 2. It's on you, Fight Doctor. Tell us why Terrence Crawford has a better resume than Alexander Usyk. Time
So
starts
there are
as soon as you start talking.
a couple of corrections we need to make. So so Crawford has been lineal in 2 weight classes and a titleist in 3. And actually has been unified and undisputed at 140. I think that 3 weight classes is more than 2. And 2 lineal titles is more than 1. Which is something else my opponent did not mention, is the fact that Crawford has been lineal at 135, lineal at 140, and knocking on the door of lineal at 147. So far, Usyk has only managed to win a lineal title at in 1 weight class. And in my mind, belts don't mean anything. Undisputed doesn't mean anything. The only title in boxing that has any meaning is the lineal title, because that is the title that has boxing history behind it. It has meaning. It's part of boxing lore. I think we all agree that Jack Johnson was the heavyweight champion of the world. Where was the WBC, WBO, IBF, and WBA when Jack Johnson was heavyweight champion? They didn't exist. Now, in terms of Bud's resume, let's talk about Sean Porter. Now, Sean Porter had never been stopped. His only losses came to the best welterweights at the time he fought them. When Sean Porter lost to Kell Brook, Brook was one of the, if not the best welterweight in the world at the time, and was also undefeated. Same goes for Errol Spence. Errol Spence was one of the best, if not the best welterweight in the world. At the time he beat Crawford, both of the fights were close, could have gone either way, especially the Brook fight, could have gone either way. And both of those fights went the distance, the Brook fight and the fight with Spence. Bud Crawford is the only man to have stopped Sean Porter, which I think speaks volumes. And that win is on par with just about any win on Usyk's resume. Because from my observation, Usyk's best win, at least at heavyweight, is Andy Ruiz leftovers. I mean, how could you even bring up Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua couldn't manage to go 6 rounds or 7 rounds with Andy Ruiz, okay, in the first fight? But Usyk goes 12 rounds with him twice. And you're hanging your hat on the Anthony Joshua win. Anthony Joshua is the very definition of overrated. Never done anything in his career other than beat up on geriatric heavyweights and get knocked out by the Pillsbury Doughboy. Now, in terms of Bud Crawford's resume, again, the guys that he's beating, Gamboa was undefeated. Ndongo, undefeated. Kavalauskas, undefeated. Julius Ndongo, undefeated. Jeff Horn, undefeated. Now, say what you will about the Jeff Horn fight, but the simple fact of the matter is this: Horn got the decision over Manny Pacquiao. A win over Pacquiao is better by far than anything Usyk has done in his career to date. Period. End of. Terrence Crawford stopped him. Jeff Horn, a welterweight a middleweight who shrank down at that time to welterweight. Jose Benavidez Jr., undefeated. And again, Sean Porter had the loss to Spence, had the loss to Kell Brook, but had never been stopped. Bud stopped him. Again, like I said, Crawford, and listen, Crawford's KO ratio goes up as he goes up in weight. At welterweight, Crawford's KO ratio is 90%. 90% in his 3rd weight class. Usyk, on the other hand, his overall KO percentage is only 75%. It goes down to 25% at heavyweight. So, in terms of overall resume, it's close, but I think you have to give Bud Crawford extra points because he's gone through more weight classes. He's won more lineal titles. He's beaten more undefeated fighters, and he's knocked out more higher quality opposition than Usyk has. So, I mean, knocking out Eurobums, which is what Usyk's resume is padded with, is impressive. Okay, I mean it's nothing to sneeze at. But I mean, honestly, does knocking out Eurobums and an overrated heavyweight, is that really enough to make you pound for pound number one? Does that really elevate your resume over somebody who has been dominant throughout his whole career, taking guys' O's from them, stopping guys who had never been stopped? A lot of these guys who Crawford has beaten never been stopped. Never been stopped. So listen, when we look at some of the better opponents that Usyk has faced, Breedis and Bellew, these are fights that Usyk barely wins, essentially barely wins. The Breedis fight was that the split decision, if I'm not mistaken? And so Breedis hasn't been on anybody's pound for pound list that I know of, at least not beforehand, not since. So yeah, majority decision. So if you're getting majority decisions against guys like Marius Breedis, and you're in close fights with old Derek Chisora, well, on the other hand, you have a guy who's dominating 35, dominating 40, dominating 47. Yeah, I just think the choice here is clear that Bud Crawford has the better resume.
All right, man. Good second round from both people. Let's get to the rebuttals, man, so we can keep this thing moving smoothly, man. I love what I'm hearing, man. Y'all got to smash the like button for these brothers. They really getting it in, and, man, I'm learning a lot. And anybody thought Fight Doctor came to play because y'all didn't know who he was? And, man, look, Fight Doctor up here spitting, but so is Dub Rightside. So I'm listening to a damn good debate. Dub, it's on you, man. You got 5 minutes to do your rebuttal from everything you heard from the Fight Doctor. 5 minutes start as soon as you start talking, man.
So first, I just want to address some of his points, man, and appreciate the fight, man. He putting up a hell of a debate, man. I appreciate it. Listen, first thing he brought up was Euro bums, right? All right, let's see. Kell Brook from Europe, Igor Kavalauskas, Europe, America, Europe. Jeff Horn technically from Australia, so that ain't Europe technically. Victor Post, Europe. What are we talking about? Now it's Euro bums and some type of way Bud is stopping all the greatest of the fighters in the division. No, he's not stopping the greatest fighters in the division. He ain't even fighting the greatest in the division. That's the difference. That's the difference in resume, right? So on a resume, one thing you got to realize, I can't help where the best fighters are at. I can't help where they're from. I just got to fight them. That's what fighters do. They fight the best, right? And so once again, going back to the Super Series, that's why Usyk ended up fighting the best, because he put himself into that series. He fought the best in the division, and he's fought all of the top. He cleared out an entire division, right? He cleared the division out. You tell the division Bud done cleared out. He didn't, even he won undisputed at 40, bro. He didn't clear the division out. I didn't see him face when because Regis was on it. Regis was there then too. Yes, I ain't see him fight Regis. He ain't fight Josh Taylor. You feel me? Josh Taylor had to go do the Super Series his damn self, because what? Bud dropped the belts and moved, and then who he fought? Jeff Horn. And then you say you can't use triangle theory, but then what did he do? He sat there and said, "Well, Jeff Horn, hey, the best one he got is Pacquiao. Hey, so if you beat Pacquiao and then I beat you, then no, you. So I can't use triangle theory for mine, but you can. Okay, it makes sense. It's Jose Benavidez. Hey, like I said, would have gave him credit if he wasn't limping around the damn ring after he been shot in the leg. It's so many things, bro. Let me keep going real quick. This is one of the things I had to bring up. I had to bring this up. The brother just told y'all what it was. He said it's close. It's close, but I gotta give it to Bud. No, it's not close. That's the problem. He liked Bud, and I like Bud too. But at the same time, the resume, it's not even close. It's not close. All of a sudden, the only belt that matters is lineal belt. And for that to matter, right? Now, any other time when we talk about fighters, belts matter, unless you're talking about Tank Davis, respectfully. But Any other time belts matter. But now when we bring in this one, oh no, it don't. Hey, well, and the man went back to Jack Johnson. He went back to Jack Johnson. I understand the past is relevant. This is a different era. This is the 4 belt era. If belts didn't matter, then you wouldn't be talking about Bud being undisputed at 40 because the belts don't matter, according to you. No, the belts, they definitely matter. They definitely matter. And to reduce confusion, what I like to say is let's look at the 4 sanctioning bodies. Those are the belts that matter. The Ring Magazine belt, hey, I understand lineal. I got it. I understand the lineal champion. Damn it, you know how hard it is? Not even hard. You know, you got to beat the man that beat the man. You know the hoops you jump. Man, stop it. Stop the nonsense. We know what the belts are. We know that we're in the 4 belt era. We know all the 4 of those belts matter for somebody going undisputed. If they didn't matter, we wouldn't be talking about Bud Crawford being undisputed. We wouldn't be talking about Usyk being undisputed. The reason they matter, because that's legacy. The belts do matter. Stop with the nonsense. Stop it.
Already. All right, it's on you, Fight Doctor. You got 5 minutes. Timer starts as soon as you start talking. I'm ready to go when you are, bro.
So we are talking about undisputed. Are we really? No, we are not. You are talking about undisputed. I'm talking about what really matters, which is the lineal title. Now, you never heard me say anything about belts matter. No. Belts only matter when you want to hold up your pants. That's what belts are good for. They're good for holding up your pants. The only title in boxing that has any meaning is the lineal title, because that is the title that has history. It has boxing lore behind it. It's almost a mythical creature. Okay, its importance goes back to the earliest stages of boxing and the storied fighters of eras gone by. Now, I'm not sure when did this 4 belt era begin, right? But again, I don't even know where do these belts get their. Who gives these belts authority to crown champions, and why should we care? I don't. All right, because belts are good for holding up your pants. They don't mean anything. Uninformed casual fans give relevance to something that does not at all matter, because they don't. At the end of the day, again, Jack Johnson, when he was around, when he was heavyweight champion, no WBA, no WBO, no WBC, no IBF. Therefore, belts do not matter. Lineal titles matter. Bud has 2 lineal titles, which means he goes down in the record books. Okay, he goes down in the record books as the man who beat the man, as top dog. That's what lineal title means, right? Now, Usyk goes down in the same record book, but only once. Bud goes down twice. 2 is more than 1, right? 2 is more than 1. Again, Bud gets points for having gone through more divisions. He gets more points for having gone through more divisions and doing it, looking more dominant as he goes up in weight. He gets points for this. I mean, it's simple mathematics, right? 90 is more than 65%, right? It's not 75%. It's 65%. That's what Usyk's overall KO percentage is. At heavyweight, it's 25%. 90% for Bud at 147 is more than 25% for Usyk at heavyweight. Numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Now let's talk about the cruiserweight division. The cruiserweight division has historically been the weakest division in boxing. Look, in the last 30 years, there's only really been 1 or 2 fighters who come out of that division who really mattered. In fact, if I ask most American boxing fans, name a cruiserweight, most of them are going to say Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield was a cruiserweight 30 some odd years ago. Who's been in the cruiserweight division since Evander Holyfield? 2 guys that I can remember, Usyk and who else? I mean, who else has there been? The cruiserweight division has historically been the shittiest division in boxing, the throwaway division, the junior heavyweight division, the not ready for prime time division. It's a weak shit division. Always has been, I suspect always will be. This guy, Usyk, is top dog, was top dog, undisputed, okay, whatever undisputed is supposed to mean, lineal, which means something, lineal champion in the weakest, shittiest division historically in boxing. Bud Crawford, on the other hand, 147 is historically among the deepest divisions and one of the old school weight divisions, mind you. Cruiserweight is not. Cruiserweight is a recent invention. Okay, for guys too lazy to get down to light heavyweight or too chicken shit to go up to heavyweight. That's what cruiserweight was invented for. Don't get it twisted. 147, on the other hand, is one of historically one of the most deepest divisions in boxing. If you go down the list of the best fighters ever, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, those fighters on that list fought in the welterweight division. Ray Leonard, Ray Robinson, Roberto Duran, Henry Armstrong. We're talking about absolute legends, all-time greats of the sport who have fought in this division. Listen, even right now, today, if you look at the welterweight division and the depth of the welterweight division right now,
30 seconds.
And 30 seconds. Absolutely, positively pisses and shits on the current cruiserweight division. Why? Because the current cruiserweight division, as it has been for years and years, is and was shit. Making your guy the top guy and giving him credit for being the top guy of the cruiserweight division does not trump what Bud Crawford has done.
All right, man. Great second round from both combatants. As I put the poll in the chat to see who the audience thinks won round 2, we're going to go to Get the Smoke this time. Smoke, it's on you. Who did you have winning that great, very competitive round 2?
Oh, my Lord. That was nice. All right. So I'm going to just get right into it. I gave that one to Fight Doctor. And that is in spite of whatever nonsense he's talking about the belts. I didn't get what the hell that had to do with anything. But it did pull it out, though. I'm not going to go too deep into it. But the winning argument, the issue for me basically is this. Everybody talked about Bud Crawford's resume, so I feel like I have a way better understanding of who Bud fought, and I don't know who the hell Usyk fought based on what I just heard. I do know that he fought them wherever the hell they were, but I didn't get out like what made them better than Bud's competition. So, and looking at just the opposition, since only Bud's was he was the only opposition that really got his opposition was the only thing that really got discussed and brought up in any sort of critical detail. I liked it. Basically the rebuttal, the last part that what Fight Doctor said just sticks out the best. Cruiserweight is historically the weakest. Welterweight is historically the strongest. And I don't even need to go into like the fighter breakdowns that the points that both guys gave. For me, is Fight Doctor. Go ahead.
All right, Q the guy. That's on you, bro. Lost Art of Boxing. Who you got winning round 2?
God damn. Y'all hear me? Okay, y'all hear me. Man, bro, the person I got winning this round is Dub Rightside. And the reason why I got Dub Rightside winning this angle, I feel like his attack in the opening opening round, where he was pretty much talking about I guess the AJ fight. He kind of broke down the fighters in comparison. Deshaun Porter, Derek Chisora, discredited the guys on Bud resume, and I like that attack. I like the fact that when he brought up the pretty much in a rebuttal round where he was talking about the triangle theory when Fight Doctor said in the first round that you can't do the triangle theory, but he brought it back on him. Dub Rightside flipped it on him when he brought up the triangle theory with the Pacquiao stuff. I think the angle that Dub Rightside took, pretty much discrediting Bud resume, was a good angle. I think the attack that the Fight Doctor had, as far as talking about the lineal title, I thought it was a good argument, but I didn't think it was strong enough, especially like when we looking at it as far as like the competition wise, when we looking at it like
you got Usyk, who actually went up and been unified. Although we don't got the lineal, you was just talking about as far as like the welterweight being the most historical, but he don't have the lineal title in that weight division. Nor when you was talking about the cruiserweight being weak, Usyk don't fight at cruiserweight right now. He fight at heavyweight, and he is the top guy at heavyweight. So I feel like the rebuttal that Dub Rightside had, I edged him in both. The opening and the rebuttal, so I gave Dub Rightside that round.
All right, for me, man, I heard so much shit that I like, bro. And anybody think I'm being long-winded with the voting, man? I'm doing this because I want people to know that we listening up here, and I need people to understand as more people come up here and judge, because Q and Smoke are doing a great job. I need people to understand how I want rounds scored and what I'm looking for and what makes a strong round and what makes a weak round. So that's why I'm going into detail. So hopefully you guys understand that, and hopefully you enjoy it. But for me, right side came out immediately talking about AJ and how Usyk beat him in his backyard. Then he attacked Sean Porter, one of the strongest people on Terrence Bud Crawford's resume, saying that Sean Porter is only known for losing the big fights. Then he basically says somebody that's similar to Chisora is to Sean Porter is Chisora, and Chisora couldn't win the big fights. That is something that will come up later as I break this round down. Then he immediately attacks Kell Brook, talking about how Kell Brook was getting his eyes broken. He lost and he was coming off a layoff and shit. So he starts his round off by giving Usyk credit, but then also attacking the resume of Terrence Bud Crawford. Then he talks about Marius Breedis, who only lost to Jay Atapia or whatever his name is. I think that's something that's going to come up as I break this round down later too. But then he attacks Jeff Horn. Then he talks about how Usyk fought in everybody's hometown, and how Bud on the flip side, some of his best wins in Dungo Benavidez, Bud fought in his own hometown. So I thought that was a very interesting parallel that he drew. Then he talked about Usyk being a road warrior, as I said, that tied into that. Then he talked about vacant titles. Usyk has never fought for a vacant title. Bud fought for a vacant title against Delorme. Then he gave Bud Crawford credit for post style. If y'all know anything about me, if you've heard me debate before, I don't like when people give the opponent credit. Like, I don't like shit. If I'm up here debating, I ain't giving you credit for shit. But then he talked about how Usyk got undisputed again, beating every champion in their own hometown. And then he has 7 titles compared to the 6 titles that Bud Crawford has won. Then Fight Doctor came out swinging, took a very interesting angle to me, talking about how Crawford's been lineal in 2 weight classes. Usyk's only been lineal in 1, but then he turned around, and what kind of lost me is then he talked about how Crawford was a three weight world champion or titleist. He said, use the word titleist. I want to be careful that I'm using the words he used, because some people, champion and titleist, don't mean the same thing to some people. But said he was a 3-weight titleist. But in my opinion, if your argument is that lineal doesn't matter, then shit, why are you talking about, he's a 3-weight titleist? You shouldn't bring that up at all if all that matters is lineal. But then he continued and he talked about Jack Johnson, which I really like bringing up. Jack Johnson being a titleist or being the lineal champion, and everyone knew he was a champion. But then I kind of got lost a little bit, because it's like, of course, Jack Johnson was fighting way back when, and the sanctioning bodies that we have now didn't exist. Time has changed. But then he rebutted directly right side's point, which I thought was very good in the middle of right side's round when right side was talking about Sean Porter. Fight Doctor came back and he rebutted that, talking about Sean Porter only lost to the best, that it was a very competitive fight. But the times that he lost, that Kell Brook was undefeated when Sean Porter fought him, that Earl Spence Jr. obviously was undefeated when Sean Porter fought him, that both those fights went the distance. But Terrence Bud Crawford is the only person to stop Sean Porter. I like that point that he brought up. Usyk's best win was Ruiz's leftovers. I like that. I like that. That he said, attacking the points that right side was making about AJ. Then he said AJ never did anything in his career. Then he brought up how Gamboa and Dungo Postal were all undefeated fighters, how Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, how Benavidez was an undefeated fighter. And then he brought up, and this is becoming a theme with Fight Doctor, he brought up a point that he used in the first round, again referencing Crawford's knockout ratio in the different weight classes, and how his knockout ratio has increased as he's going up in weight. And then he said Usyk fought Euro bombs, and then Usyk barely won the fight against Breedis, and Breedis has never been on anyone's pound for pound list. And then I'm gonna go to right side's rebuttal. He immediately came out and he went at that Euro bomb comment that Fight Doctor did. I think he was able to do it, and it was fresh on his mind because that was one of the last things that Fight Doctor said. But he was like, shit, if they Euro bums, what is Brook, who's from Europe? What is Postal, who's from Europe? Khan, who's from Europe? Are they Euro bums too? Thought that was clever. Thought that was good. Then he said Usyk cleared the division. Somebody get MFB out of my chat. I see him dropping something disrespectful. Y'all get MFB out of here, please. He said Usyk cleared the division. And Bud didn't clear out the division. Then he brought up the fighters that Bud could have fought, such as Regis. I thought a better play would have been to bring up Danny Garcia or maybe even Adrian Broner, but he still brought up the fact that Bud, although he won undisputed, he didn't clean out the division when Usyk went and got his belt by belt. I thought that was cool. Then he brings up the triangle theory, basically talking about how the Fight Doctor is using triangle theories, but telling him that he can't. So tried to bring up a contradiction that he felt that Fight Doctor was making. Then he talked about, like, yeah, Jose Benavidez was undefeated, but how mobile was he? It just took a gunshot to the leg. So I like that. And then he attacked the angle that Fight Doctor was taking with the lineal belt and shit, talking about how you talking about lineal, but you bringing up undisputed. But then Fight Doctor's rebuttal gets going. He's like, I ain't said shit about no goddamn undisputed shit. I've been talking about lineal this whole time. So I thought that whole rebuttal back and forth, I think that was a wash for both of them. I think they both handled themselves well in that situation. Then he said belts ain't good, but to hold up your pants. Then he brings up Jack Johnson again. Then he says Bud went through more divisions. Then he brings up again Usyk's bad KO ratio. Then he talked about how weak the cruiserweight division has been historically. Then he talked about how strong the welterweight division has been historically. Those last 2 points to me, from both fighters, I felt like Rightside should have went directly at what he was saying about Ruiz. Like, how can you call him Ruiz leftovers when AJ beat Ruiz the second time? I thought that was some meat that was left on the bone. I also thought that for the Fight Doctor, going at what Rightside was saying about Maris Breedis was a very, very good thing. But I think that what Rightside left on the bone when Fight Doctor brought up Breedis never been on the pound for pound list, my direct question would have been, or what I would have liked to heard from Rightside as I was judging this, well, shit, who is Bud Crawford fought that's on the pound for pound list? You understand what I'm saying? Like, where his pound for pound fighters that's on his pound for pound list. So I thought it was a very, very close, very, very even round. Just to me, if I'm looking at the points and I'm breaking these things down, I think that Rightside focused more on discrediting Bud Crawford's resume, and he focused more on building up Usyk's resume. And I thought Fight Doctor, he did focus on resume. That's not what I'm saying, but I think the historical context came into play a little bit too much. And Fight Doctor know his shit, and you can tell he's a historian in the game. But I thought, Jack Johnson, those points were a little lost on me when it comes to actually who's fought the better opposition. Bringing up Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, great fighters, some of my favorite fighters to go back and watch their fights. But what does that have to do when you're comparing the opposition that Bud Crawford has faced to the opposition that Usyk has faced? So overall, another very, 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 very close round, and I'm going to slightly edge it to Rightside. I thought he was a little bit more on topic. I thought that Rightside kind of, and that's really the only reason. I thought they both brought up straight points, but in such an even round, I think Rightside did a better job of staying on topic just a little bit more than the Fight Doctor. Not by much, not a wash by any means. If you scored it for Fight Doctor, I think Smoke did. I have no issue with that in the chat. The chat is saying that it was a close ass round too, and I see that too. They got it 59 to like 41 in favor of Rightside right now. I kind of see it that way too. I think it was very, very close, but at the end of the day, I think towards the end of it, Fight Doctor started flailing a little bit, and in his rebuttal, Jack Johnson came up again. The cruiserweight division being weak historically came up again. The welterweight division, Roberto Duran, and all that historical points. They're good points, but what did that have to do with the topic that we were talking about? And so I think he kind of flailed a little bit on the rebuttal, and while Rightside kind of finished strong and stayed on topic. So long story short, I gave that round to Rightside, and we move on to round 3. But let's get to it, man. This time, Fight Doctor will go first, and it's the overall question we attempting to answer for you guys tonight. Y'all smash the like button. If you can't donate to the channel, totally understand. But please, please, please hit the like button for everybody that's taking time to do these debates and spend time with us and judge and all that shit, man. It take a lot of time, so I appreciate them. Show them you appreciate them by hitting the like button. But most importantly, go subscribe to these channels, man. These are all great channels. They all doing their thing, and they all deserve our time and our respect by checking out their content. All right, overall question that we attempting to answer. A lot of different ways people can go with this, but long story short, tell us why your guy is pound for pound number one over the other guy. We've been going at it all night, going at it from different angles. But at the end of the day, let's just go ahead and put it all out there. Let's answer the question that we came here to answer. Explain to the judges, explain to the chat why your guy, in the case of Fight Doctor, Terrence Bud Crawford, is the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. 10 minutes starts when you start talking. Go ahead and cook, Fight Doctor.
Yeah, so I think 38 is more than 20. I think that that 75, 76% is higher than 65%. Listen, Crawford has more knockouts than Usyk has fights. More knockouts than Usyk has fights. 3 is more than 2. Right now, ESPN has Bud Crawford ranked as the #1 welterweight in the world. Right now, I want to say ESPN and the Boxing Writers Association of America both have Terrence Crawford ranked pound for pound #1. So I think that there are a lot of credentials that work in Bud's favor that far outweigh the credentials in Usyk's favor. Again, Usyk isn't even the #1 guy in his own division, where you can make the argument that Terrence Crawford is. So, again, I think pound for pound has a lot to do with not only who you beat, how you beat them, but then you have to also figure into the equation the length of time that you've been on the top. Terrence Crawford was first on the pound for pound list, 2015, I think? 2015 is when Terrence Crawford made his first appearance on the pound for pound list. Where was Usyk? Right? I mean, Usyk was about 2-3 fights to his career, maybe. I don't know the exact numbers, but Usyk was still early in his career, and Terrence Crawford was 2015 already on the pound for pound list, and has stayed on the pound for pound list undefeated ever since that time. So, I mean, listen, Usyk, when Usyk was at cruiserweight, there was no talk about making Usyk pound for pound #1. There was no conversation about Usyk being pound for pound #1 when he was at cruiserweight. Nobody was even thinking about Usyk as pound for pound #1. Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, had already been in the conversation and was, if memory serves me correctly, on some people's list, had already been pound for pound #1. So now the question is, what has Usyk done since moving up to heavyweight? The only thing Usyk has done since moving up to heavyweight is beat John Ruiz leftovers. That's all he's done of note. So my question is, if Usyk can get promoted to pound for pound #1 for beating for beating Andy Ruiz leftovers, why is it no one was talking about making Andy Ruiz pound for pound #1 when he knocked out Anthony Joshua? I mean, listen, Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua in a more impressive fashion than Usyk ever did. All right? But nobody was talking about making was talking about making Andy Ruiz pound for pound #1. But now all of a sudden we get a guy who was not in the pound for pound #1 conversation move up to heavyweight and win a decision over Andy Ruiz leftovers, and now this guy is supposed to supplant a guy who's been in the conversation since 2015. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. So again, we have a guy who has knocked out every southpaw he has faced, right? We haven't seen Terrence Crawford struggle with the level of opposition to the degree that Usyk has, right? Tony Bellew, Marius Briedis, these level of fighters, they don't get even scorecards, almost even scorecards with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford knocks that level of opposition out, period. There's no question. So, in my mind, it's clear as day, Terrence Crawford.
All right, man. Great opening part of the last round from you, Fight Doctor. And again, man, really showing me a lot. Really impressing today, man. Let's go to right side. Right side, 10 minutes, man. Why is Usyk pound for pound #1? Talk to us.
So what I've seen, what I've seen consistently, man, the same points keep coming up. If you listen to the judge, and you damn near know that Andy Ruiz is not AJ's AJ is not Andy Ruiz leftovers because he beat his ass the second fight. That's just going off of what the judges said. I'm just telling you. We can't keep using these same points. But this was something interesting right here. This was something interesting. The brother just came up and said, I'm not even, I ain't even got to my stuff yet. Man, I got to talk about it. He said that Usyk is not number one in the heavyweight division, right? But Bud is number one in the welterweight division. Well, we all know that's not true. We know that's not true because what just happened? Bud had to sign a contract, and I don't know what the numbers are. I ain't going to claim to know what the numbers are, but I know he ain't getting the lion's share. I know EJ is because EJ is number one in the welterweight division. And just like EJ got 3 belts in the welterweight division, Usyk got 3 belts in the heavyweight division. But all of a sudden, Bud is pound for pound number one. He pound for pound, in your opinion, like you said, because he's the lineal champion in 2 divisions, right? That's what you say. But he's not the lineal champion now. He ain't the lineal champion now in his division. Matter of fact, one of the things you said earlier, oh, well, we know that the welterweight division, it's a glamour division. And cruiserweight, heavyweight, the sport moves as heavyweights move. That's where the sport moves at. And who's at the top of that division right now? You damn right it's Usyk. Usyk's at the top of the division. We're going to keep cooking on this, though, because we got some more to talk about, man. Another thing that has to be brought out right here, right? Another thing. In the heavyweight division, this man has become unified in that glamour division. Has Bud been twice unified? No, he hasn't. He hasn't been twice unified. He's been undisputed at 40. Just like, and hey, according to you, 40, it's not a glamour division. Cruiserweight in a glamour division, but the welterweight and the heavyweight division are glamour divisions. And who's holding more, since we don't want to use the word belt, since belts hold up pants, who's holding more jury in those divisions? Obviously, Usyk is. Obviously, right? When you talk about moving up weight, this is something interesting. You talk about Bud moving up 3 weight classes, right? Bud went from 135 to 147. That's 12 pounds. 12 pounds, right? Usyk, when he went from cruiserweight to heavyweight, he went from 199, okay, we'll give him 200 pounds, to 215. That's 15 pounds. He moved up more pounds than Bud done moved up. He done moved up more weight than Bud. And then when we talk about pound for pound, what are we talking about? He fighting bigger fighters. He fighting dudes that outweighing him sizably. 30, 20, 30, 40 pounds damn near. That's just what BoxRec tells. That's what they weighed in. We know that they hydrated up another, especially at the heavyweight division. We know they hydrated up another 15 pounds at least. So when you come with all this, yeah, hey man, Bud is a hell of a fighter, but he ain't doing what Usyk is doing. He's not doing it. It's not the same. They not moving the same. You feel me? It's interesting when Bud moves up to the 47-pound division. All of a sudden, now it's politics in the way he can't get but he getting the big fight. That's what we hoping for. He gonna get that big fight. Usyk move up there. Usyk start taking the damn division over. Nah, hey, what you want? You want me to come? You want me to come over there? I got you. I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna whoop your ass. What you want me to do? All right, I'll do it, and then I'm gonna win. That's the way. That's the time that Usyk is on, bro. He on a different type of time than Bud is on. He's on a different type of time, and that's why he's undisputed pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. Because the time he's on, he ain't ducking no smoke. You feel me? He not running from nobody. He beating dudes that's 20, 30, 40 pounds heavier than him. He beating their ass. Oh, it was a close fight. Nah, hell nah. It was a close fight because the shit was in goddamn their hometown. You feel me? And what else the hometown crowd? I mean, what the hometown judge is gonna do? They gonna edge it for sure. That's why it's a close fight, because he fighting you in your backyard. What he telling you is I don't give a damn how good you think you is. I'm coming to whoop your ass. I'm gonna do it in your hometown. That's why he pound for pound. He the goods. He's showing his skill set. He's showing the footwork. He ain't making no excuses as far as why the big fights ain't being made. If a big fight eludes him, what does he do? All right, I can't get this one. I'm going to Deontay Wilder fight. I want that one then. Because that's how you move when you pound for pound number one. You move that way. You move in a different way. You feel me? You roll your shoulders just a little more smooth when you move it. You don't mind that AJ and Fury. Oh, they ain't. Or let me say it this way: Fury ain't worried about going undisputed. You don't worry about that. What you worry about? Okay, if he gonna make that move, then I'm gonna make this move. I can't fight the best. You feel me? I'm the best already, but I can't fight the next best. Somebody holding the title to unify. Then damn it, I'm gonna go knock out Deontay Wilder. I'm gonna be at this fight.
Hey, real quick, stay dangerous. I missed your super chat, but I done went and found it. I caught it. I'll get it after the round. Go ahead, right side. My bad.
You just gonna cut me off in the middle of I was on my
I'm
floor.
sorry. He dropped that shit like 30, 45 minutes ago, and I had to go find it. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good, bro. Hey, all I'm saying is when you pound for pound number one, you feel me? Like Usyk is, you move different. You don't hear no excuses. You don't hear all the nonsense. What you see is moves happening and fights being made. And that's what we see with Usyk. You feel me? And all this other stuff you want to talk about with Bud and Lineal and whatever. You can have it. You got it. How long? Oh, no. It ain't about how long you done been there. If I go be the better fighter than you, you know what I'm saying? Then damn it, and we done both been under. Man, come on. Come on, y'all lucky my son's sick right now, and I gotta go do some shit real quick because he just made a mess. But hey, I'm coming back for this rebuttal round. Go ahead, man.
All right. It's on you, Fight Doctor. Real quick before I let you go, though, let me catch these super chats. Shout out to my brother Stay Dangerous Boxing with the $2 in super chat. He said, whoever picked these questions, hand clap. Well, you know it's your boy. You know I got you, man. I'm trying to put on a good debatable debate here, man. Trying to make it fun and fair for everybody. And shout out to Mike Biggs Boxing with the $5 in super chat. He say salute KO Boxing 86 TV. Salute to you, Mike Biggs. And y'all go check him out. And so to my brother. And also we got another one of the great boxing minds in this thing, man. Another great boxing minds in this thing. My brother L.A.B Boxing slid up in this thing. L.A.B, salute to you, bro. Great work you're doing over there on your channel and obviously just everywhere knowing shit that other people don't know. And he say they should do a reaction video for this debate too. Fire. Yeah, bro. Yeah, only when it'll drum up some shit, L.A.B, you know, only real boxing fans and people, you know what it is, bro. Only when people think it'll drum up some drama, but when it's just a good, clean, nice, solid, fun debate that's respectable where both people dropping gems, then it's like people don't want to talk about the shit, but it is what it is. That come with the territory, L.A.B. And like I told you, bro, I got to get you to participate in some form of fashion. Got to have you up here one day, my brother. But let's go to Fight Doctor. Fight Doctor, 5 minutes. Your closing soliloquy, man, your last statement. Go ahead and rebuttal everything that you just heard from Dub Rightside. Timer starts as soon as you start talking, good brother.
So let's deal with the facts, right? Now, my opponent talks about Joshua winning the second fight, which is true. Joshua boxed a very careful fight in the rematch. Took care not to engage, didn't stand his ground, basically ran from Ruiz the whole fight. But the outcome of the second fight does not erase the spectacle that was the first fight. Facts. Joshua got knocked out in 6 or 7 rounds by the Pillsbury Doughboy. That's a fact. Andy Ruiz. And the rematch doesn't erase this fact. Period. Facts. Let's deal with them, right? Now, ESPN.com. ESPN.com. Facts. ESPN.com has Terence Crawford as pound for pound #1. So does the Boxing Writers Association of America. Facts. Indisputable. Now, everything my opponent is talking about, it's all fine and dandy, but I'm dealing with the facts. He's dealing with other shit. I'm dealing with the facts. And while we're on the facts, who is the #1 heavyweight in the world? According to ESPN.com, it is Tyson Fury is the #1 heavyweight in the world. Facts. Not what I say. It's a fact. Okay? BoxRec.com has Terence Crawford as the #1 welterweight in the world. Facts. Not what the Fight Doctor says. This is what they say. The people whose business it is to keep track of these types of things. Facts that my opponent did not come here tonight with. He came with a lot of innuendo and a lot of he said, she said, and if I beat a better fighter, if what have, could have, that's what he brings to the table. These are the facts. Who is at the top of the heavyweight division? Tyson Fury, not Alexander Usyk. Not Alexander Usyk. It's not a fact. Facts. Learn to live with them, all right? Now, I never make the argument that 140 pounds is not a glamour division. I never said anything about the history of 140 pound division. But since my opponent brought it up, we need to deal with it. The 140 pound division historically pisses and shits all over the weak cruiserweight division. Again, if we go down the list of the names that has come through the 140 pound division, it reads like a who's who of the top fighters in the history of the sport. Who has been at cruiserweight? No fucking body other than Evander Holyfield and Alexander Usyk. That's it. That's the cruiserweight division in a nutshell for the whole of its entire history, period. That's it. Nothing in between but a bunch of shit. That's it. Now, in terms of moving up, now, Terrence Crawford has moved up 12 pounds, 3 weight classes. How many pounds has Alexander Usyk moved up? Now, my opponent has erroneously said that Alexander Usyk has moved up 15 pounds. No, sir. No, sir. That is not correct. The simple fact, again, we are dealing with the facts here. F-A-C-K-T-S, facts, misspelled on purpose to drive the point home that the difference between cruiserweight and heavyweight is 1 pound. Heavyweight is anything above 2. I'm sorry. No, let me correct myself. The difference between heavyweight is a fraction of a pound. Anything above 200 is heavyweight. When Muhammad Ali knocked out Sonny Liston in a rematch, he weighed 206 pounds. That's heavyweight. When Joe Louis, when he beat James J. Braddock to win the title, he weighed 197 pounds, which today doesn't even qualify as heavyweight. So all of this talk about size matters and all of these bloated heavyweights. Listen, back in the day, these bloated heavyweights were considered target practice. Okay? Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali was knocking these guys the fuck out. Why? Because they were too big and bloated. That's why. So this, again, facts. The 2 greatest heavyweights in the world were 200 pound, 206 pound, 210 pound heavyweights. Not 215, not 220, not 240. So all of this 240 pound business, again, what do the facts say? The 2 greatest heavyweights in history were around 200, 210, 205, 197, 197 pounds. Facts. Not what the fight doctor says. Facts. Let's deal with them. Now my opponent closes by dealing with hypotheticals.
You got 15 seconds, fight doctor. Get it out.
If Usyk would have beat XYZ fighter, let's not deal with hypotheticals. Let's deal with the facts.
All right, let's do it, man.
Damn.
Let's deal with the facts, then. Let's deal with the facts.
Oh, I don't even. Right side won't even let me introduce. Go ahead, right side. My bad. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Let's deal with the facts since we dealing with the facts. And the facts are that today what we're talking about is Bud Crawford pound for pound #1 versus Alexander Usyk pound for pound #1. All this shit you keep yelling facts and bringing shit back up in the day and the greatest heavyweights and what I don't know. I have no clue what it has anything to do with what we're talking about today. You bring up a fraction of a pound, right? Oh yeah, it's to move up 1 weight class. It's only a fraction of a pound. But if we look at it, because we all would agree to heavyweight because that's the top of the top of the sport, right? It's a little different. If you go from 198 to 215, that ain't a fraction of a motherfucking pound. It's not a fraction of a pound, goddammit. You moved up the numbers accordingly. Let's stop the nonsense. He keep yelling facts after everything when it's all propaganda and lies, and I don't even know what to call the shit, to be honest with you. Respectfully to you, brother, respectfully. I don't mean to just, At the end of the day, man, one thing, he said, I'm talking, he said, she said. That's what he said, right? He said, I'm talking, he said, she said. And then he went and said, ESPN has Tyson Fury #1. Wait a minute. That's somebody else. That's really the he said, she said. But you want to put that on me. Come on, man. At the end of the day, if you want to say it's left, whatever you want to say, what the facts boil down to is that I have proven to you and to the chat and to the judges that the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world right now is Usyk. It is what it is. And because of that, and like I said, I got some shit to do. I'm closing my shit that fast. I'm done with it. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate the debate, KO. Much love to you. I gotta catch. Give me a quick second. I gotta go change some sheets and do a few things, but
do what you gotta do. What you gotta do, man. We'll cut up for it, man. Do what you gotta do.
Yes,
this wine right here that my wife put me on is delicious. That's facts. That's facts. Everybody in the chat on behalf of the Fight Doctor for coming through with us, man, and hanging out and having a goddamn great debate before we go to the judging and shit. I need everybody in the chat to tell me one fact about him. And that's facts.
Man, shit.
Hey, that's facts. Hey, everybody in the chat, put something in the chat about yourself. This a fact.
Everybody in the chat spell facts 4 different ways, because I done spelled that shit like 8 different ways.
Hey, FACS,
FAXXX.
FAXS. Like, what's going on, bro? Tony Reviews. We in the middle of a debate, bro. I can't drop the link, man. We in the middle of a debate, Tony Reviews, man. But man, shout out to everybody, man. Look, we gonna do the voting. Hopefully, Right Side will be back for the bonus round, man. Then we'll close this thing out, man. But this shit been fun, bro. And Fight Doctor, like, now that you've been up here once, bro, before I get to the vote, now that you've been up here once, when you come back, that type of shit you did in the 3rd round at the end, that's the type of time we on, bro. That's the type of energy we need.
Hey, I'm on my Will Smith shit. Hey, what did he say? You keep doing that. The way you debate, keep doing that.
From now on, that's how you drive.
From now on, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it, bro. I got it.
All right, let's get to it, man. I'm gonna go to who judged first last time? Was it Smoke or Q? Who judged first?
Smoke.
It's Q. No, you did. You went first. It's Q's turn. Go ahead, Q.
All right, Q. Go ahead, man. Let us know who you had winning that 3rd round and why you gave it to him, man.
Man, the person I got winning that 3rd round is facts. Like, man, I gotta get that shit to Fight Doctor, man. Like, he just came out spitting, like, talking about he got more KOs than Usyk got fights. Talking about ESPN, the Boxing Writers Association, they got him #1, man. He been #1 since goddamn 2016, nigga, since Andre Ward and Floyd was still on this shit. Like, the longevity of being on the pound for pound list. And that shit always funny. He just keep throwing there. AJ got beat by the Pillsbury Doughboy, but like,
it's quite funny. Like, it's quite funny.
Man, every time, bro. Like, shit. Like, what else he have, man? Like, talking about Bud. You ain't seen Bud struggle with the level of competition you seen Usyk struggle with. Like, like all of that, and he still even had more. Like, man, I just had to give him that. I just had to give Fight Doctor that last round, man. Facts. Like, FAXX, dog. That shit was tough.
Already. All right, Smoke, who you got in the last round, bro?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Wow, it's yeah. I'm gonna go with Dub.
Okay.
Eked it out. I mean, his rebuttal was painfully short. He almost lost it based on the lack of rebuttal, but I feel like the argument turned for me with just the idea of pound for pound and Usyk, the level of competition, the accolades that he has done more recently, and the size difference between he and his opposition, and the point that he made that he's moved up. Actually, he's gained more weight than Bud in all those divisions. He's gained more just in one division move, and is still fighting guys way bigger than him. To me, that like sort of is the essence, I think, and the spirit of the pound for pound.
Already. Look, man, I gotta break the tie, man. I liked how Fight Doctor came out. He immediately went on the offensive. Look, Bud Crawford got more KO than Usyk got fights, bro. by the Boxing Writers Association, ESPN. They got Crawford number one. You know what I'm saying? Citing some good references that, like he said, do this shit. This is what they get paid to do. They got him number one. They ain't got Usyk number one. He said Usyk ain't even ranked number one in his own division. That would be Tyson Fury. Thought that was a great point. Said Usyk wasn't considered pound for pound ever at cruiserweight. Now all of a sudden we consider him pound for pound at heavyweight. That was a cool point. It didn't really move me, but them first three that I named, they moved me a lot. They really got my ears perked up. Then he said he bought up the Andy Ruiz leftover shit. You know what I'm saying? He bought that shit up again, bro. He like, look, man, the only thing Usyk did was beat somebody that Andy Ruiz already knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Then he also said no one ever talked about Ruiz being pound for pound after he beat AJ. So why we talking about Usyk being pound for pound after he beat AJ? I thought that was a good little angle that he took. And then he again referenced the trouble that Usyk had with Maris Breedis and Tony Bellew, and that Terrence Crawford would never struggle with somebody that likes fighters with those types of skill sets. Then my brother Rightside came up and he said, look, man, why you keep bringing up the same shit about Ruiz? You're saying this shit over and over again. But AJ did come back and beat Ruiz the second time. Then he said, Usyk, how can Usyk not be number one? You know what I'm saying? But Bud is number one, but Usyk got 3 belts in his division. Bud got 1 in his division. He's basically making the point that Errol Spence is number 1 at welterweight, just like Usyk should be number 1 at heavyweight. I thought that was a good point. Then he talked about Usyk as unified 2 times, while Crawford is only unified twice. And then he kind of flipped another point that the fight doctor made about like how welterweight, heavyweight, all these glamour divisions and stuff. He said, well, look, Usyk got more belts. And then he took another little dig at fight doctor, like, hey, bro, like, you don't like the word belts and shit. Usyk got more jewelry. He got more jewelry in the in the glamour division than Bud Crawford got in his glamour division. I thought that was cool. And y'all all know how I debate. I come at you. I'm an attack debater. So when I hear shit like that, somebody going directly at the other person, y'all know that's how I get down when I'm debating. So I like to hear shit like that. The other thing he said, Usyk moved up more weight than Bud has, which is a good point. But I thought Fight Doctor, I'm going to get to his rebuttal in a minute. I thought he flipped that and did a good job because Usyk, he was fighting dudes that weigh in at 200 pounds. Now he's fighting dudes that weigh in at 240, 250 pounds. So that's a 50-pound weight difference in the guys that he's been fighting. And then Rightside closed up with another, road warrior, how Usyk is always going on the road. He's just a dog like that. He's taking people belts. And if you can go take people belt one by one on the road in their hometown, that's what makes you pound for pound number one. I thought that was a good way to end the round. But then the fight doctor, like, I don't know if he was sipping some yak over there. I don't know if he was sipping some vodka. I don't know what happened. But fight doctor came up in the rebuttal and he turned up and he said, let's deal in the facts then. Then he started saying facts after everything. Like Joshua, he ran the second fight with Ruiz. He boxed very cautious, which is true if you watch the fight. I mean, you can't argue that. Brought up again, like, how you gonna say that this guy's pound for pound number one? Shit, he ain't even pound for pound in his own division. That would be Tyson Fury, according to most publications. Thought that was a great point. Then he talked about how 140, look at the names that 140 has produced versus the name that Cruiserweight has produced, because Rightside was taking shots at like, yo, 140 ain't shit. You talking about Glamour Division, 140 ain't shit. But he was like, shit, 140 is better than Cruiserweight historically. I wouldn't like to get names, though, but I do know that because I follow boxing. I know that 140 had some dogs in it. A lot of the great 147-pound fighters started off at 140, so they got a lot of names. Then he talked about how Crawford went up 12 pounds in 3 weight classes. Then, he talks about, hey, look, bro, all this shit about how Usyk came up in weight. Anything above 200 pounds is heavyweight. So really, if you want to be technical, he really only came up 1 pound or a fraction of a pound or whatever it is. I thought that was a cool little angle. It didn't really move me. But then Rightside, I honestly, bro, I think because he got a family, he's a great father. He had to go deal with his son. And he fumbled through his entire rebuttal, bro. Like he went at Fight Doctor, told him that everything he said was a bunch of bullshit, and that he just saying facts after everything. But I didn't hear my brother Rightside go in on how Fight Doctor was bullshit, and I didn't hear him attack shit. You know what I'm saying? I think he kind of dropped the ball on the rebuttal. But overall, great round. But I got that one for the Fight Doctor, bro. I think his rebuttal. I think they were pretty even on the first. They opened the arguments, but I think his rebuttal was way better because he said a lot of good shit. And then when it came time for Rightside rebuttal, he didn't really go at anything. He just told us he was bullshitting. He told us that he was basically full of shit and that how you gonna say this shit. But then I didn't get any meat on the bone. You know what I'm saying? He teed it up for me, but then he didn't give me shit after. So I was left wanting more. And obviously he had some issues going on with his son, so totally understand that, no issues. But shit, I gave that round to the fight doctor, bro, and I thought it was pretty clear. Looks like the chat gave him the round just barely, 51% to 49%. So it is what it is, man. I thought it was a great debate. Now we get to the bonus round. Neither competitor. Right side, are you back yet?
Yeah, bro. I'm back.
All right, cool. Now, neither one of them knows the questions. Can y'all confirm that I have not given either of you the question that I am about to ask you?
No clue.
Confirmed.
All right, cool. Now, let me go. I want to look something up real quick. Give me a second.
Fight doctor, he finna ask some bullshit, man.
Give me a second. I want to see something. Why you throwing my name through the mud, bro? Like, come on, man. I don't do that. I want to ask y'all something. And let me see, where is it at?
Hey, real quick, how was the last round score? I didn't get it.
We Fight Doctor won the last round. Your rebuttal, I thought you fumbled your rebuttal, but you had some shit going on, so I ain't mad at you. And you know what I'm saying, I would have loved for you to be able to do it, but you gotta take care of your family and shit, bro. But I thought your rebuttal, you cut it short. You said a lot of what he said was bullshit, but you didn't tell me how it was bullshit. And then I think, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but I think Smoke gave a round to Dub, and I think Q gave a round to Fight Doctor 2 for some of the same reasons that I gave him a round. Fellas, y'all correct me if I'm wrong while I look up this question.
No, yeah, I gave a round to Fight Doctor.
All right, here we go. I'm trying to find. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so I want to know. This is what I want to know. I want Dub Rightside and I want the Fight Doctor to tell me who is the greatest football team in the NFL. I don't know who the Fight Doctor cheers for. I know who Dub Rightside cheers for. So Dub, you better come with this shit, man. You better come with this shit. Fight Doctor, even if you don't watch football, you gotta make some shit up. This is the bonus round. This shit just for fun. If you do watch football, you need to ride for your team heavy right now.
Okay, so wait.
Everybody in the chat, y'all put y'all teams in there too. We just having fun at the end of the show. Fight Doctor, who's the greatest team in the NFL right now, man?
So you talking about historically or the greatest
right
team
now, this season? Who gonna win the Super Bowl, bro? Who you got?
You know what? That's a tough one, man.
That shit ain't hard.
That's a tough one.
You gotta give me some. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you gotta give me something. You gotta say something. Come on.
I'm gonna go with shit. I'm gonna go with that's a tough one, man.
He really thinking about this shit. He's like, I don't want to get it wrong. It's okay, Fight Doctor.
Yeah, see, the problem is it's early in the season, and really, football is a crazy game because the early in the season, you really don't know because you got your favorites, you got the cream hasn't risen to the top yet, if that makes sense. So
that makes it.
The cream settled.
Oh, the cream is rising right now.
It's rising right now. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Wait till it's your turn. Go ahead, Fight Doctor. You gotta give me something, brother. You can just give me a team name. You ain't gotta explain it if you don't feel comfortable explaining it. But I need you to hear something. I need you to say something.
If I'm gonna go with if I'm gonna shit. Right now I'm thinking
he really like, God damn, I don't know, knock out why. Fight Doctor ain't never gonna come back up here. He ain't never gonna come back up here and mess with me, bro. Fight Doctor,
you know what?
You broke Fight Doctor.
I'm gonna go with Buccaneers.
Oh, this nigga wildin'.
Okay. Q, you are a judge. Q, I will get to you and Smoke in a minute. Let my people talk. Now let me go to Right Side. Right Side, tell them who gonna win the Super Bowl and why they gonna win that hoe. Tell them what's up, Right Side.
And my macho man Randy Savage voice, the cream will rise to the top. Man, the Dallas Cowboys, this our shit, bro. We got the best defense in the motherfucking league. What you about to start to see? This is what you about to start to see. You about to start to see one of the most elite pass rushers that we've ever seen in the sport of football. And Michael Parsons he already been kicking ass the first 2 weeks. 4 sacks in 2 weeks. 4 sacks in 2 weeks. You feel me? We just beat, and respect to the Queen Cassandra, man. You know, I got a lot of love for you. OTB, I got a lot of love for you. We just beat the Bengals ass with goddamn Cooper Rush in the motherfucking backfield running the show. You feel me? Goddamn Zeke, Tony Pollard. The running game is gonna be there. We still gotta wait to get Michael Gallup, James Washington back healthy. When we get our receivers back
this week, by the way, Michael Gallup will be playing this week.
Man, we really gonna be on it. Yeah. And then this is the craziest thing. We're gonna be kicking y'all ass with Noah Brown and well, we know CD gonna do his thing. You feel me? The backup tight ends and shit, and Cooper Rush and shit. And then when that get back, this is what you're gonna have to realize. And the first game, I gotta put it on Kellen Moore. Why? Because Kellen Moore, he called a pathetic ass game. If we run the football 25 times or more in a game, we damn near gonna win that bitch. That's what's gonna happen.
Said y'all can take Collins back. Now Collins is like Jamal Charlo. We traded Jamal Charlo back to Louisiana, and y'all can have Collins. We don't want him, because y'all can have Lyle. We good over here.
Y'all keep Lyle, bro. You know what? Y'all keep Lyle. Y'all can have any man. What we got going right now, we ain't even got. And you got to remember this. Our left tackle right now, the person blocking for the blind side, bro, he a rookie. He wasn't even supposed to be there. He
He gonna be better than Tyron Smith was. Damn it.
I don't know about that. That's a little.
He gonna be better. Nah, look, man. Hey, real shit, man. Thank you, Rightside. Thank you. Hold up. Hey, man, is you off work yet to give me my push-ups, bro?
Man, Coach, I know you ain't talking. We wilding, bro. Wait, man.
Real quick, can I add something regarding this football situation?
Go ahead, and then we'll get last words. Go ahead.
I just want to add one last thing, that me personally, if I were a Dallas Cowgirls fan, I would. Whoa.
Throw his ass out, man. I got one thing I want to say.
I'm just playing Fight Doctor. Don't go nowhere. I was just joking.
I ain't went nowhere. I'm just saying, if I were a Dallas Cowgirls fan, I would never come out of the closet. And that's my final point on the football situation.
I gotta do it to you again. Nah, hell no. Don't be calling my boys no cowgirls and shit. All right, you come back.
Hold on. Hey, real quick, Fight Doctor. I wanted to tell you one thing, bro. And KO, he will definitely back me on what I'm about to say.
Of course he gonna back you, bro.
I got Bud Crawford pound for pound #1, bro. I think Bud Crawford is pound for pound.
Oh, no, he do. Hey, Fight Doctor, he does though. He really does.
My life. When KO hit me, bro, and he asked me like, man, who you got pound for pound? I was like, Bud. And he was like, oh, never mind, don't worry about it, then. I got somebody who want to argue for him, but I was like, I'll argue against him, though. I ain't got no problem arguing against him. But no, I do got Bud pound for pound #1, bro.
Well, listen, you put up a hell of a fight, and I'm always up for a good debate, and I appreciate you. I appreciate the debate. I appreciate the exchange. I appreciate the respectfulness, and I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Already. So let's do this. Let me go to Q and Smoke, get their last words. Then we'll go to Fight Doctor. Then we'll go to Rightside, and we'll close it there. Q, go ahead and give your last words, man. And everybody that don't know, me and Q got a debate this time next Wednesday, bro. Next Wednesday, we're doing Jesse Bam Rodriguez and Monster anyway. But Q, let everybody know where to find you over there on the Lost Art of Boxing, man, and what you got going on over on your channel, bro.
Man, yes, sir, man. Y'all find me, man, at Lost Art of Boxing, the Lab. You know what I mean? I'm going Sunday. I'm going live on Sundays, Mondays too sometime. Catch me on there. Appreciate everybody for watching, man. The debate was fire. I ain't even gonna lie, man. That shit was close, man. Them first couple of rounds was close as fuck. But shout out to both of them for coming out and doing a debate. Man, salute to the boy Rightside, man, being a great father. Salute to Fight Doctor, man, coming through, and man, actually, shit, first time, me ever just remember being on the panel with you hearing your debate, man, and shit, great information. Appreciate the debate. Appreciate KO for letting me to judge another debate. And man, salute to the panel, man, and salute to the chat.
Yes, sir.
Love,
Y'all go subscribe to his channel and give him love. And I hope you preparing, because I'm preparing like a motherfucker, just so you know.
Man, I'm
trying to get it in.
I'm about to knock out a round when I get off, bro. So you already know.
Already. I hope, man. I know you coming hard, man, because I'm trying to do the same. But man, I'll talk to you next time, bro. I appreciate you and keep doing your thing, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. Smoke, my brother, Smoke. Hey, everybody, Smoke done started going live regularly, man. Y'all gotta go check out Smoke, bro. Smoke, what up, man?
Smoke, I seen you live early today.
Yeah, he was live early today. I was like, man, because I'm sub to him, bro. Right? I'm sub to him.
Me too.
And I got my notification. Hit. I'm like, the fuck, Smoke.
Yeah, man.
Doing live, so I popped in for a minute, and I be damn. You would think Smoke would be in there arguing with people, telling them why they wrong and shit. Man, they in there talking about video games and shit. I'm like, yeah, bro. Hey, so Smoke, man, let everybody know that what you about to start doing, what you got going on, bro. And everybody, man, everybody in here know Smoke ass. So go sub to his channel and show that brother some love, man, so we can encourage him to get out here. He already pretty much a legend on these damn YouTube streets and shit. I remember Smoke when I had a whole different name and I ain't even have a channel yet. He was up here arguing with people and hopping on every panel. And he, true to his name, he'll go anywhere, bro. So y'all show that man some love and go subscribe to his channel. And he ain't got to drop the link, Road Boy Florida Smokes. His link is in the description of this live stream, as is everyone that participated tonight. So if you go to the description right now, it'll say sub to get this smoke. And his link is right there. All you gotta do is click on it and sub to him. But Smoke, let him know what you got coming down the pipe, man, and what you got going on. And I know you were always down to debate. You done already debated twice, so you know how we do. This is the time. If there's anybody you want to call out, we schedule for the next 2 weeks. But if there's somebody you want to debate or a topic you want to smoke on, this is the time to go ahead and let them know what's up, man.
You know what? I don't have anybody or a topic right now, but I'll think on it. I'll hit you up with it. I probably will come up with something in the next 24 hours. Now, not to put a bug in my ear. And yeah, man, much respect for that. Those glowing remarks and that wonderful intro, man. I'm over here cheesing. That's what's up.
It's all love over here, bro. Like we hardly ever agree on topics and shit sometimes, but bro, I respect your boxing talk, man. I always have and I always will, bro. You ain't never went sideways at me. You always show respect, so I'm gonna show respect and love when it showed to me, bro. I meant that shit. But go ahead, man.
That's what's up. So yeah, we'll talk about boxing, right? I'll always start off with the boxing, the fights, but the fights are pretty thin right now. So for me, man, I like the hard science, I like the soft science, I like the sweet science. So whatever it comes up, and it's all for the culture. So we'll be talking about whatever it is, whether the conversation takes us for as long as we want to talk about it, and then we'll just move on. For the first time, I've known both of these guys in the debate, like Dub's the homie and Fight Doctor, man. Back in the day, maybe like 2019, we did a 24-hour live. We were screaming at each other about the same shit he's on tonight. How the lineal don't mean shit. For real? Man, I never interacted with the Fight Doctor before. I was like, Doctor, man, like, why the fuck are you on your same dialogue tree, man? That whole Jack Johnson argument, man, I've been hearing this dude make this argument for 3 goddamn years. Anyway, that's the homie. That was a great fucking fire debate, man. I absolutely loved it. And love being part of it.
You might got one right here if you want to read that comment right here. You might got one right here, bro.
Who we got? Tony? Tony was right there. Oh, that's Tony. All day, every day. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, so
Tony, hit me up. If you're serious,
I
get you on the stage anyway, Tony.
We could debate Devin Haney versus George Kambosos because he had Kambosos winning that first fight. Yeah, there's Tony, come on, man, stop playing with me. Anyway, that's a good debate, man. Fight Doctor Dub Rightside. He sort of like it flamed out. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about my debate, my judging, I didn't go into the details or like the points and the counterpoints. I thought you guys made really good points, and when you're totally full of shit, in my opinion. I just told you what the what the round turned on, the argument that the round turned on. So if you want to know any details, I'm here as long as the stream is going, or you can hit me up, behind the scenes.
Already Smoke. I appreciate you, bro. You enjoy your night, man, and thanks for always participating. Now, I did catch the slick shit you said that last week was my only clear win, trying to be slick and shit, because we debated on Haney and Loma. I just want you to know I saw that shit, bro. Like I see everything. I may not comment on it, but I saw it, bro. I peeped it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, though, man. I think I roasted you on that Loma and Devin Haney debate, but I respect that you think otherwise, my brother. I respect.
Hey, we both gotta we both have to think what we think about it. But my whole deal was, you were like, the only reason I got 30% was because of bias. I was like, God damn, for real.
That's the only reason you got it, bro. Listen.
I get 30 points.
Round one and round three, all right, bro. Like if you want to try to argue, but round two, bro, come on, dog. Round two was probably the greatest round ever in TKO.
I still don't understand how moving up to be a division, to be a second, champion, another division, beating the guy that beat the dude you say ducked is a demo in your mind, but whatever. Yeah, I guess it's just bias.
Damn champion, Smoke, but we off of that. I gotta get to the fight, doctor. I'm not dealing with you no more tonight. Take it easy, bro. I appreciate you, babe. All right, fight doctor, man. Look, bro, I appreciate you. I hope that you will be a regular participant, man. And so this is the time that you get your last words. If you got some content dropping, if you got an IG or a Twitter you want to plug, now is the time to do it. Or what we also like to do, I don't know if you've been watching the debates. I don't know if there's a certain person you got an eye on that you want to debate, but if there's some smoke that you want, and there's a topic that you want, this is the time to call out somebody, and I will try to schedule it for you, man. But what you got for your last words?
Real quick, can I want to say one thing to the fight doctor before you got a little feedback, fight doctor, a little bit. But man, appreciate you, man. Hell of a debate. Appreciate you coming through. You did your thing tonight, man. And damn it, I mean, a very formidable opponent. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. In some of those rounds being judged, bro, I was worried. I was very worried. You feel me? But man, you did your thing, bro, and I appreciate you, man. Much love to you.
Yeah, he did. Fight doctor, go ahead and give your last word, man. Let everybody know what's up, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother Dub Rightside. Shout out to my man, Get This Smoke. Shout out to my brother, was it Q to God, the other judge?
Yeah. Shout
out to my man, Q to God. And shout out to you, Knockouts. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Listen, just real quick. I don't want to, drag this out for too long, but I'm a diehard boxing fan. I love boxing, and I love when brothers can get together and we can have good, honest boxing debate. No fanboyism, none of that. We just talk about, the art of the sport of boxing, which is how I like to think of it, as an art. The art of the sport of boxing. Because when I look at the best practitioners in the sport, they were like artists, like Picasso. They were, just the way that they approached the art of the sport of boxing, like a Pernell Whitaker, which is, Pernell Whitaker is how I got into boxing. Pernell Whitaker, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, when he was at his best, it was an art for him. It was something he did unconsciously. It's like it was a gift. You follow what I'm saying? It was a gift that came through training and hard work. But his approach, the way he did it, it was just, it was a beautiful thing to watch. You follow what I'm saying? Like art is a beautiful thing to watch. Boxing, when boxing is practiced in the proper manner, when you give in the right athlete who has put in the work, it stops being a sport and it becomes an art, in my opinion. And then when I look at boxing, when I look at the best practitioners of the sport, that's what I see. I see art. When I look at a Bud Crawford, I see art, because that's what it is in my mind. Okay, when you catching the counters and what I'm saying, just when you're going about the sport at a high level and you make it look easy, that's the artistic aspect that I appreciate of boxing. And I also appreciate when I can get together with like-minded boxing fans and then we can discuss the finer points of the art of boxing, which is what I think we did here tonight. So I appreciate all you brothers, and I would most definitely love to come back and participate in any way I can. And listen, right now I want to drop the gauntlet, if I may.
Oh shit!
Golovkin fans. Golovkin fans.
Oh shit!
Golovkin fans. Okay, the fight doctor is here, and I brought my scalpel ready to operate. I'm coming for necks. I'm coming
Damn.
for
Hey,
scalps.
I think I know one. I'm gonna hit you up. I think I know somebody. I think I might got somebody for you. I'll hit you up though. But damn, he said he wants Golovkin fans.
Golovkin fans.
He
I
think
want
he trying to
all the
kick him. He
smoke.
trying to kick him out of down and shit. Goddamn, fight doctor, you ain't got no sympathy for him
Oh
right now.
no. I'm not gonna kick them while they down. I'm gonna bury their ass. Okay.
Damn.
I give no quarter.
Damn. All right, bro. Well, look, man, shout out to you, Fight Doctor, man. Thanks for coming up. And I'll be hitting you up, man, not only to debate, but bro, if you're interested in judging and shit, I think the way that you just know your boxing, man, I would love to have you a part of the show on a regular basis. So I'll be hitting you up. If you can't do it, if it don't fit your schedule, never an issue, but I'll always send the invite to you so you can do it when you have the time, okay?
Fact.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. And looking forward to hearing from you, bro.
All right, man, I'll holler at you. All right, Dub. You got your first victory 2-1.
Don't
man.
start that, man. Don't start that.
You got your first 2-1 victory. You're 1-1. You know what time it is. Do you got anybody that you got your eye on? Anybody that you want to call out? And then after that, talk to. Oh, and by the way, bro, I checked out Dub Rightside interview that he did last night with A1 Hoops on. Bro, that shit was fire. Y'all gotta go check that shit out, bro. I wasn't able to watch it live, but that's why you can be part of the playback game like me. All right. Go catch the playback. That shit was fire. You learn a lot about A1 Hoops on, what he got going on, how he got into to wanting to talk about basketball, how he used to be a hooper. Like, bro, y'all gotta go check that shit out. That shit was fire, bro. I'm telling y'all, go check that shit out. But right side, let everybody know when you're going live again. If you got anybody you want to call to the stage or anything like that, man, now's the time to do it, man.
Well, first things first, man. Glad to get a W. You know, glad to get a W, but I got to go back with my team. You know, want to thank God. I got to go back with my team, and we got to sit down and see how we want to move forward. But honestly,
are you really acting like one of these ducking ass fighters right now, man? Is that what you do?
Honestly, this is what I wanted to say. Really,
damn.
Man, y'all go sub to Dub Rightside, man, because the interviews, like Knockout just said, man, what we honestly, bro, I done been on with so many great brothers. From Knockout to Q to God, KQ. We got a lineup coming up, man. We had Upper Echelon come on and give us a whole breakdown of the penitentiary, bro. Respectfully to him, respectfully. But damn, bro, like we really A1. He did his thing, bro. Like and I'm gonna be honest, I love that series just because I get to know the people, and man, it's a fun ass conversation for me, bro. Like it's a really fun conversation. But man, I definitely, man, I had a good time tonight. I apologize, man. My son, bro, I don't want to tell you, man.
You ain't gotta tell me. You start saying changing sheets and shit. I'm gonna follow that shit. Mean throw up. I already know. I already know. And my wife don't do throw up. I've been cleaning throw up for 18 years. Like I just get the bullshit ass jobs and shit, bro. Like I already when you said you had to change sheets and shit, I already knew.
Bro, look,
I already knew what it was.
I got all them jobs, bro. I got all of them.
And when they kids, when they children, for some reason, they can't seem to make it to the toilet, bro. It used to drive me crazy. Like, bro, make it to the toilet, bro. Why can't you make it to the toilet? The toilet is right there. Your room is right next door. I know you felt yourself about to throw up. They never do though. When they children, they never do. I already knew what was going on when you said that shit, bro.
And bro,
I've lived it.
I tried my best. And I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, I gotta get through this. But anyway, that's a whole nother story, man. KO, man, much love to you. Appreciate you allowing me to come through and do my thing tonight, man.
Always, bro.
Man, I'm just happy I was able to get a dub. Like I said, I got to go back and talk to my team, and then we'll let you know who we're looking at next. But man, salute to you, bro. Salute to the chat, everybody in the chat.
Shout out to the chat.
Much love to y'all, and definitely, man. I gotta ask one last question.
What's up?
For you and Q, bro. Am I the moderator or am I the judge? Who am I? Or am I both? I'll take both.
You can mod it. You're gonna be a mod and a judge, bro. Kind of like I did. If you can, if you don't want to, I'll find some other, 3 judges. But if you think you can do it, then you can do it, bro. But if you only want to mod, you can just mod. It's up to you.
It's next week, right?
Next Wednesday night, same time.
We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. But man, KO, much love to you. Much love to all the family, man. Y'all make sure y'all sub to the channel. Y'all come over and let me know, man. A lot of y'all in the chat, man. I talk to y'all a lot. Rick Timms, you feel me? Daryl DeLoach, Cassandra, I've been trying to get you on the show for a minute, being that you a goddamn Bengals fan, a Bengals fan. But it is what it is, man. Much love to all y'all, man, and appreciate you, KO. Appreciate you, bro.
Already, bro. Take it easy.
Real quick. We always got to say this. Shout out to Miss Knockout Boxing.
There she go. Look at her. There she go. She's like, hey, look, she's trying to run. She's like, peace, y'all. Peace, goddamn it. Peace. Peace, everybody. Peace.
Shout out to Coach and the Queen, man. Love y'all, man, and appreciate y'all.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you. Hey, Rick, I ain't even lying, bro. Rick, dog, listen to me, Rick. I had 1 week where like the kids threw up back to back. And the wife take care of the kids when they sick at first. So then she threw up, bro. I literally cleaned up throw up one time, Rick, for like 4 days straight, bro. None of them, wife included, no one made it to the bathroom, Rick. Not one of Rick. Not a single person made it to the bathroom, Rick. Not one, bro. You want to talk about mad, bro? You know how hard it is, number one, to conceal your anger, but then number two, to remember, like, bro, like, they sick. This your family and shit, bro. Like, what you gonna do? Bro, all of them. Look, I ain't lying to you, bro. Look at what she just said. I'm dead ass shit. Bro, Rick, all of them in 1 week, night after night, bro. Listen, it was horrible, man. But look, bro, I appreciate everybody that came through, man. Y'all go enjoy whoever live right now. I think Money might be live. Let me check real quick, man. See who we got live that we rocking with, man. So y'all can go over there if you ain't tired of the boxing talk. Looks like if you want to, looks like y'all can go check out. Let me see here, bro. I think Money is live. He should be. I think Money's live right now. Blue Blood might be live, but anyway, man, y'all go check them out, bro. Go over there, check them out, hit that like button. But I appreciate y'all, man. We'll be live tomorrow night. We got our picks, so we got the TKO prediction show starting off the night. I'll make all the picks for this weekend. I got like 10 picks for y'all. We went undefeated last weekend. In case anybody forgot, there go the prediction record right there, man. We always coming through and always coming strong with the predictions and shit. So we'll do our predictions first. Then right after that, we got our debate between Coach from Glove Up Boxing and More and my brother Jay Chestnut. They gonna come through. They gonna show up. They gonna show out. Debate will be judged by Lawyer to the Game Boxing Talk and by Ricky Williams Boxing. They'll be judging the debate as well as myself again. Judging the debate tomorrow night. They're gonna be debating Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. They're gonna get it in, bro. And it's gonna be lit. So y'all be sure to come check that out. And shout out to everybody that donated in the super chats. And I think I got a Cash App too. I think somebody gave me a Cash App. Let me catch it real quick. I want to give people their credit where it's due. I could have sworn I got a Cash App. Maybe I'm tripping, bro. Okay, I think I'm tripping. But anyway, bro, shout out to everybody that came through, showed up, and showed out, man, in the chat, on the panel, man. Thank you to all of them. Shout out to Mike Biggs, Byron Bailey, my beautiful wife, Miss Knockout, R. West, Rick Timms, D. Ray. What's up, D. Ray? Shout out to you. Cassandra was in the building all night. We got Byron Bradley. We got Roboy, Florida. Roboy, what's up with it, man? Appreciate you coming through. And people gonna say a lot, but Roboy, you saw the performance we put on yesterday, man. People know what it is, bro. The real ones know anyway. Shout out to Tony's Reviews that came through. Lost Art of Boxing, who was up here doing a great job. Dub Rightside, The Real T Shells TV. Richmond 804 was in the building. Juan Davila, Epoxy Magic was in the building. Everybody else that showed up and showed out, man. I appreciate y'all. Everybody enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.